a spell. Yeah.
Summon D's.
Nuts. There we go. That way the
Nuts.
stream could hear me.
Nerds.
Got him.
Got him. Hey,
Get
everybody. For all of our viewers, which is mostly us, but for all of our viewers later.
Only the fucking viewer I need is myself.
Hell yeah. Hey,
I do
everybody.
everything in front of a mirror.
Man after my heart.
Gosh. Guys, vamp for me for a second.
Oh yeah, I can vamp for you.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, I don't have
Absolutely.
any necks nearby.
You don't have vamp on deck?
I
Let
don't
me
have a
tell you.
neck. I was gonna bite it. You know, we're gonna vamp out.
Oh,
All right, so everybody remembers last time when we lost Klep.
If you don't, we lost Klep.
You should mute yourself, Jeff. It's not even gonna mute himself. Not even a little bit. It's gonna say vamp and then not mute himself.
Yeah.
Sorry, I muted myself to them, but not to you guys. So
I see.
So I was over here like, I don't want them to hear his personal phone call.
All right. Anyways, yes.
Yes, we
welcome
lost
back.
Klep.
Yeah.
Catching you back up. Buddy
Yeah.
died. I've got one shot, one chance,
One opportunity.
one opportunity.
Are you taking it
And you
or
already
letting it
fucked
slip
up.
away?
I'm probably going to let it slip away. I've decided to potentially sacrifice Gaul's life, summoning a being far too powerful for him to control, in the hopes that I can make a deal to arbitrate as a liar
As a liar.
for the soul of Kleppen, our good friend.
He's gonna
Klep.
he's gonna pull out
Klepton.
his best Gaul Sudman.
So yes, welcome everybody. We're Torchlit Tavern. This is Mythcraft Country, a show where we play a game called Mythcraft. It is just released, just came out. It's like hit the full release. If you're interested in new systems, this is a pretty friendly system. If you already are familiar with D20 systems and you like Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, stuff like that, this is a slightly more different, slightly more complex version of that. And it's a lot of fun. What we've been doing is we've got a little band that have come together of Jorn McBain, the Hondu, which is a dogman, who's a ex-guard. Well, was a current guard.
We'll say ex-guard. He's got a chip on his shoulder now. He's now more worldly.
We also have our friend Gaul Sudman, who is what is your race again? I'm sorry.
I am a Brunei, which is a Mythcraft OC sort of thing. Original creation, it seems, of Mythcraft, because I've never heard anything like it.
Yeah.
They're basically a small troll, like a gnome-sized troll with like goat horns. They turn to stone at night, just like, some troll lore. But otherwise, they're like a little dwarf or gnome guy instead of a big.
I thought you were going to say they turn to stone at night, as we all do.
Yeah.
We all
Monarch.
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, I don't know about you, but
the big
I don't
thing
know about you,
about
but
Jeff is he's got a curly mustache. Absolutely. And yes, I am the bald man.
Yes.
yeah, and I don't know
yes.
about you, but I get hard in the morning. Not
Oh man.
So yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens with that. I hope no children tune into this one. We'll see. Anyways,
see.
so
You let me handle them. You're the MC. You cannot be distracted, and that would
Yeah.
just give them what they want. You know?
Jeff,
Absolutely.
all you do
Your attention
is let the
belongs to us.
dogs out.
well,
Who?
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 Oh.
I'll tell you what.
yeah.
The party was nice and the party was jumping. Yeah, yippee-i-yo. So
Yippee-i-
and finally, our friend Klep,
Thank
Or-
you, Wizard.
or Klepton Gray, the Klepton,
May
Kleppen,
rest in peace.
who the race of Kleppins, they are kind of like humanoid woodland creatures. They're not kind of. They are humanoid woodland creatures. So he's like a humanoid raccoon man. Raccoon man.
But that's not what it is.
man.
Damn it.
This
Still
group
don't know if we can do
got
that all the time.
together out of mere chance, drawn together by a charismatic individual. Well, maybe not charismatic, but interesting, enigmatic individual known as Jairus. He brought them together and they found their way on an adventure. This adventure ended up leading them to finding a plot in the city of Bridgemore and then resolving that plot by these cultists and being hailed as, like, heroes for a short time. And then they decided this place is getting a little weird, so they bounced out of there and they made their way on their way to the state of Husk. On their way there, they ran into some trouble, found a manor in the desert, crazy, and found a conflict between a race of small creatures and a not quite undead wizard. Deciding to be done with the undead wizard, Klep attacked.
We fucked this one up, guys.
We
Yeah. We fucked it up. We're a
Are you-
team, okay?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm losing
Oh, yeah.
Mav here.
We're having some Mav issues, but hopefully those
I
resolve.
got him so mad at me that I lost him, Aaron.
What is this? We?
Yeah.
we
decided
are a team, Mav. We let him do that.
Klep decided he was going to go for the.
We didn't raise him right,
That's
and
true.
he did that, and that's on us.
That is, yes. And he decided to go for this wizard. In the ensuing combat, they did end up defeating this wizard at the cost of Klep. Now, I gave him a long shot, and I'm talking about a long shot, for an opportunity to find any spell that might raise their dear undead friend, or their dear dead friend, from the dead. And in pursuit of that, the one spell that they could find was a spell called Summon Fae. Now, you can summon a relatively powerful, not the most powerful, but a relatively powerful Fae with this spell. But there are some caveats. So as we join back in, it is not moments, but hours, maybe several, after Klep had lost his life. The rest of the group was able to huddle up and find what they could find, the information they needed to know that this is a possibility. Well, at least Gaul knows it's a possibility.
It's a long shot.
And they're on the precipice of deciding exactly how they make their next moves forward. Jairus, the fiend blood, looks at Gaul and Jordan and says, well, if you've got some possibility here, then tell me exactly what we got to do. I mean, he died doing something stupid, but if there's a chance, I could wait around.
All right. Well, I think that when it comes to it, there's not a lot y'all can do. This is something that I barely grasp the edges of, but I think I can pull it off. It'll take me a couple days, and I gotta focus. If you want to help, you can keep me safe while I put my focus into it. But then when it comes time, I'm gonna give you the sign, and you should probably just get out of the way because it's gonna be putting anybody around in extreme danger, and I don't want to lose nobody else trying to get him back. Well, my plan is to use my magic to summon a being from another realm with the ability and power to bring back Klep. But something that powerful probably isn't going to like that I summoned it, probably isn't going to like that I make any demands or suggestions to it, and it might react unfavorably. And anytime dealing with the Fae, you should act like you're in trouble. This is not safe.
Did you say Fae?
Yeah, that's my expertise. That's the spell that I did manage to find.
You're summoning a Fae.
Yeah. Being from The Everwilds, yeah.
Ah,
Probably a powerful one.
yeah, that's
That is the plan. If I get me a pixie, it ain't gonna do us a lot of good, is it?
I mean, I would hate to leave you behind, Gaul, but yeah, Faye's not in my wheelhouse.
Look, I don't know that I have the willpower to control such a thing, but I do believe that I might be able to talk to it. And maybe I could just ask nicely. That's the plan. But like I said, I don't know how it's going to react when it gets summoned, and I don't want to put you all in danger. I feel bad about bringing young Klep out here. I don't think he was quite ready for the danger. He'd been in that city for a long time. You know, I wouldn't feel right if I didn't try.
Uh, yeah, that you see, Jorn has this very. His ears are down. His tail is not the way it usually is. It's kind of straight and not tucked, but definitely not where not normally is like kind of curled and normal as it is. He goes, yeah, Faye's not. He can't even put a full string of a sentence together. He knows
I
about
put my
he knows about magic. He's always been very wary of things that like wizards are cool. Like he doesn't mind wizards, but Fae are wild magic.
yeah. Gall just puts his hand up on your hip because that's as far as he can reach. He goes, I get it. No, I know. You got very. Um, I'm willing to try this, save him, but I don't want to risk you. So it's up to you. If you want
I'll
to take a shot
stay
now
I'll
or-
stay as long as you need before, but I don't no.
Yeah, no. Like I said, you're not going to help me with the magic anyway, and I doubt if I summon anything, if it tries to kill me, I don't know if you're going to be able to do nothing to save my life. So
You've been a couple good blokes, and you've helped me out from here and there. So I'll stick around. But if it's life threatening, there's no I've got no horse in that race. So when it comes to it, I'm out.
like I said, no problem. Hey, we can make a nice little camping trip. We can have a nice couple of nights. Anybody bring any whiskey, alcohol, or anything? Like, set up camp, get ready, make sure it's safe. I gotta stay real focused. So if you guys can just keep me safe for a couple days, and hell, give me a good send off if it goes bad.
Yeah, I'll go load up his body in the I don't really want to be here much longer anyway.
When it comes time to just take him out of the cart, leave him here. Are we just in the house? Is that where we stayed, or did we leave the house?
You're currently
We
still
stayed
in the house.
Okay.
Yes, you're currently still in the
Yeah,
house.
just put him in the house. Take the cart. No sense wasting. No, nothing. We don't want to lose the cart to this.
What's up, my
You
guy?
guys should take it. You know, it's fine. Oh no, the whole world's frozen. Everything's glitching. This is weird.
I'm alive again. That's wild. Who thought?
Oh shit! Everything's coming undone. MC, we need you back. MC. Oh dear God, dear
My
God,
hands
sweet
look-
Lord, come back to us.
Were my hands always covered in blood?
No, Klep.
Oh.
You shouldn't be alive yet.
Why is there a hole in my chest? Oh
Okay,
no, it's
thank
getting
God.
dark
Okay,
again.
Oh, it came.
Oh
back.
no.
And it,
All right.
anyway, so where were we?
That's where
Gall
we were.
Sidman proceeds to.
Yeah.
No, keep
so-
playing the song. Gall Sidman proceeds to help them set up camp and set up his little ritual circle. And
Yeah.
then, as the next 2 days go by, we eat, drink, and be merry with what little meager rations we have. Everybody feels the.
So you load him up in the cart and you go, a couple hours journey. You want to get away from the house. obviously for multitudes of reasons. Besides the fact that it just doesn't seem real safe, even without
I think
him.
that Gaul recommends doing it also in the wilderness somewhere. Like he feels like it'd be better to go do it in like somewhere wild.
Yeah. The only downside to that, of course, being that there is no real wilderness here.
We're in the middle of the desert.
We're in a desert.
That's wilderness.
Yes.
Hey, fun fact, that's wilderness.
It's still wilderness. It's just not wilderness as most people know it. That's why I'm clarifying.
Yeah. Sure.
So you guys
Fuck,
make it
I
out into
forget
the
it, man.
desert. You're under the stars. You know, you do like you say. You eat, drink, you be merry. Jairus makes sure to steal any booze he can find.
I never understood that. Why do we have to beat Mary? What did she do?
And you wait it out, and Jorn and Jairus make sure that you're safe in the desert. Luckily enough, you get to kind of see the beauty of the desert. The days are hot and still punishing, but the nights are wonderful in their own way. And you wait it out. And as you sit and you meditate and, you know, turning nearly to stone at times, you gather up the energies of the wilderness and the wild, and time comes where you think you're ready.
All right. Hey. Thanks for breakfast, but I think I'm ready to do this ritual. So
Good luck. We'll be waiting for you at the closest landmark.
get a ways on down the road, and then make count, and we'll catch up with you. Me and Klep.
I pull out 3 glasses real quick and pour the last of one of the flasks and raise a toast.
Hey, no, I'm not going to take that because I want my wits about me. But go ahead and pour another one for Klep, and I'll give it to him.
Cool.
I pour a fourth one. I leave one on the ground for you for afterwards in case, and then I cheers with.
I go ahead and I pick it up, and I clink glasses, but I set it back down.
Yeah.
So I look at Jairus and cheers and knock it back, and we get on the cart and move along.
Before you move along,
Goddamn guys, good
Jairus,
boys. Love them
Jairus looks
guys.
at you and he goes, "There's a city not far from here. You should be able to see it if you just head west from me. It's called Gaius, and you can find us there."
All right, will do.
And Jairus gets on the cart and they make their way. As they leave, you begin weaving these magics, these circles, harnessing this presence. And as you weave this presence, you harness these energies, these magics. You reach out. Now, what I'm going to need from you, if you'll excuse me while I reference my notes.
Sure.
Here comes Jay. Your big show. Your big stand-up.
Yep. This is my magnum opus, my fucking Atticus Finch moment.
This is your moment.
This is your Mona
Yep.
Lisa.
I'm just a simple country liar.
But you're wondering how I got into this situation.
Exactly.
So
We start in media res. I'm wiping sweat off my forehead.
can you put the audio level a little higher? Y'all are pretty quiet. I certainly can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks for
Thanks for the
asking.
feedback.
Let me bump us up. We'll be loud as all get up.
Pump it up.
I'm worried that we're a little quiet.
Does it help
Fast.
if I talk
No,
on the mic
don't-
for you?
It
Don't do
never
that.
helps.
Don't do that.
Don't do
You
that.
that,
Never
it
helps
never
me.
helps.
Don't do
It just makes
Doesn't
it
help me.
weird.
Oh, yep, our viewer count went down. You're right.
that.
So, what I'm going to need from you, Gaul,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
you're reaching out to a world that you have some familiarity with, but not necessarily a lot of familiarity with. What's good? I need therapy. How are you?
Hey, I feel that.
Howdy,
No.
howdy. You know so many people. They all know you by name, Jeffify.
I know.
So popular on the internet.
Okay, Wizard says we're good.
Thank
At this
you,
point in
Wizard.
time, it's Jeffifa Savage.
Yes. Z Jeffrey Savage. So you don't know a ton about this world. Like that's not where you. Oh hey. Cool. Hey Steez. Hey Shauna. How are y'all?
Good to see y'all.
Glad you're
None
coming
of
to support.
It's nice
I
to
hope
meet
you enjoy the story we're weaving. So,
It's gonna be an exciting one.
It's gonna be.
This one's
Oh.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be real fun or real brutal. We'll see how that goes.
Which is fun for viewers.
Yes.
I hope so.
Absolutely. It should be at least. So
Context, trying to res my buddy, doing it the wrong way.
we're trying to resurrect our friend the wrong way. Mav needs to come down just a hair. Well, I don't know if I can control Mav's. Well, can I? I might be able to.
You can actually.
I'll turn down.
No,
Don't worry about it.
I got it. Beep, boop, 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 boo, doo, doo, doo.
We're not balanced, huh?
There we go. Now Mav should be down to about 80% of what he was at. All right. So, again, this isn't your area of study, but you have a chance here. So what I'm going to
Not
do
quite.
is you're going to reach out. You're reaching out to Faye. You're using whatever knowledge you have. I'm going to give you an option. You can either roll an intelligence roll to know the name of the most powerful Fae that you could think of, somebody that has a chance to help you, or
Mm-hmm.
you can roll a awareness, which I will allow intuiting here, to use kind of your gut feeling as you reach out.
I would love to use intuiting. That would be ideal for me. I had 7 to that roll. That's the thing I'm good at.
Yes. Intuiting is the role I figured you'd choose, but you will get different information, right?
What do I need to get?
Well, roll. And
You're not gonna tell me? Okay.
No.
All right.
Blind DC check.
Yes.
Fuck me. 11.
Oh.
11.
Starting off bad. I told you guys that it's a good thing that me and you are interested in our backup ideas. It's good. It's real good. Historically,
Okay.
terrible rolls.
Would you?
All right,
Yeah,
he's got to come
okay.
out. I don't.
Would
wanna
you
hear
like a
anymore of that
DM
troll.
roll?
No, I don't give out DM rolls.
No,
You're not. He's not Olden.
I know it's a joke. Would
Yeah,
you
no, it's a
like a
good
DM
joke.
roll?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I got plenty of story
I'm gonna
points.
let this play out however it plays out. If I summon the wrong thing and it makes it hard, it's fine.
So this is what I'm gonna tell you. You're kind of gonna be left. You're gonna totally. Oh, fuck! I moved my coin that was great for this. Son of a gun. Guess I'll just-
Do we need a coin, or what do we need?
I got a coin.
I've
You
got
want me to
coin.
flip a
I've got
bird?
coin. Don't worry, 'cause I'm
Ooh.
the one
Okay.
who's deciding.
I got the death coin.
You do, but that'll let you know what's gonna happen, and I don't want you to.
Oh,
know what's
okay.
gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
So, you know that you're in your mind, with your gut, you're reaching out, and you know there's 2 powerful options here, but you don't know which is the better for you in this scenario. So you are just gonna reach out. Go ahead and cast the spell. Tell me what that's like for you.
So I have found a patch of flat ground, and I've done a very rudimentary circle that I have sort of scratched into the ground with just my gavel, my tetsubo, my little club. And I've made it as big as I can. This spell can have a range of 30 feet, so I'm making like a 60-foot circle so I could sit on the edge. And I have put things in the corners. I have Klep's body in the middle, and at the north, south, east, and west, I've put some food. I have a lit candle. I have a water skin that I full of water, and to represent air, I have I've filled up another water skin with my breath, and because that's like I don't have a lot to work with, so I leave these things in the corners, and then I proceed to say the ritual out of the book, and I don't know what it looks like when the ritual is complete. I'm gonna let you tell me that, but that's what it looks like for my prep.
You're not going to use the fifth element.
No, the fifth element is Klep, dude. Come on, pay attention.
The fifth element is Klep's body, which sits there.
Little. Come on.
The movie references. This is fantastic. I love it.
All right.
Yeah, I have wrapped Klep in white gauze that just strategically protects his nipples.
Strategically.
and his private parts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very strategic, this white gauze.
Strategery.
Very strategic.
Beast of the Everwild, please cash in this boy's multipass. Please.
So I'm gonna give it to you, Jay. It's a heads or tails scenario. Call it.
Tails.
All right. So you're gonna reach out. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of peeking behind the curtain.
They're now telling you to turn your mic up a smidge.
You already did that. Here you go.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I turned it up a bit. So now we're gonna do a little bit of peeking behind the curtain. Now this spell typically would allow you to summon a fae, and it sounds like you, based on this spell, typically would allow you to summon a fae, and based on the wordage, it seems as though you'd be in control of this. But here, he wants to summon something big, powerful.
Yeah. May I read what exactly the wording of the spell for you?
Absolutely.
I've got it here if you want.
Yes, please do.
So, you summon a fae from the Everwilds. Immediately when you finish conjuring the spell, a creature appears in an unoccupied space within range. This creature must have the fae tag and must have a monster level of 20 or lower. And I'm going for whatever is powerful enough to res a buddy. So make a spellcasting roll against the fae creature's logistics. The fae simultaneously makes a charisma roll against your logistics. Whether you both miss, both succeed, or only one of you succeeds, the results are as follows. And I'll go into that, I guess, after we roll. But there's a lot of different options for, like, if I pass and they fail, or if they pass and I fail, or if we both fail, the outcome is very different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Interesting summoning spell. I very much love it.
Yeah.
Oh, and of note, I'm a level 3 character, and the spell requires 20 action points and 70 magic. The GM has, the MC has very lovingly allowed me to cast a spell that I have 50 spell points short of.
Yes.
And that's why it took us 3 days to prepare. He's letting me bank
Stack.
spell points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, which is why
He stored them
3 days.
He stored them in precious gems and whatnot.
yes,
Yeah.
which is why he was sitting there meditating for all of that time.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't do much. I had to get so full of that SP. I'm full of burst. God, I need to pee.
I think I'm gonna bust.
Oh God.
I'm my
Dear
bust.
Lord, boys.
Dear Lord, I think I'm gonna bust.
Oh my. Oh, it's hard to hold it all in.
Shit.
Oh. Oh no.
Things you normally hear in the bedroom for 3,000 hours.
Do I know? So I don't know the name of the thing I'm summoning, right? At all. You said I had it narrowed down to 2. Okay.
Yeah, you do not, because narrowed down to 2 is not good enough.
Being of the Everwild, I call upon your power. I cast out for a name that I do not know, because I pray that you would help me in a moment of need.
Oh, absolutely. You're wishing, hoping, praying. All right, let's see.
Pleading, even?
Pleading. Oh,
I am a man of the old ways, though I have not followed near faithful enough. But I still need your help.
There we go, finally. Oh, it's so hard to find this stupid page.
We have to run this game out of the just old book in PDF. So bear with us.
Yes. That was
I fired up 2 instances just to help me bounce around.
yeah.
Probably gonna fire up a third.
Yeah, I've got it on my phone. It's just finding things is so difficult. So difficile.
Difficile.
I would volunteer to help, but I have screaming kids in the background, so when I'm not talking, I'm muted.
That's nice of you. We appreciate that,
That
bud.
is awful nice of you.
Hey,
Okay, here
just
we
for
go.
that, I'm leaving it unmuted.
All right,
Sitting
so
here going, I'm a wielder of the sacred fire.
yes, so you reach out. You reach out into the Everwild, and you're trying to pull the most powerful thing you can manage. With you're beaded with sweat, and you feel the energies coursing through you, and as you do, you have it set to the center of this this big circle you've made, correct?
Right over Klep, yeah.
Right over Klep. As you do, you see this dark figure emerge, as if erupting from the shadows themselves, shadows that are not present, as it is a relatively it is night, it is evening at this point, correct? You wanted to wait till the night, or were you doing it during the day? I don't really know. You were doing it during the day. Never mind, no shadows, day.
Yeah, morning. I did it in the morning.
You did it in the morning. No shadows, day. They erupt from shadows that don't exist. You see this. You see as it starts to take shape, almost pulling itself from darkness that doesn't exist. You see one mighty horn arise, and there stands before you, in the
A
center,
mediocre tour.
in the center of this circle, above your dear friend Klep, a being black as night, one menacing horn and 4 hooves. You've summoned a unicorn.
Okay. Now, for reference, is a unicorn very, very strong in the world of Mythcraft?
It is one of 2. Here, we're going to do a little bit more peeking behind the curtain. You had 2 options here for the strongest thing you could summon. This is one of 2. That with
Okay.
that spell you can summon. This technically has a monster level of 18.
Okay, so it is strong. Okay.
It's just the strongest thing you can manage, because the next thing up goes over 20. You see
Oh.
this unicorn rise, and its
Oh God, I'm
It's-
so hoarse.
glowing red eyes lock right onto you. It's time to roll. Now, once again, what must you roll, and what must I?
Okay, so I make a spellcasting roll against your logistics, and the Fae makes a charisma roll against my logistics. So my logistics is where's that stat? It's based off of intelligence. I have an 11.
Got it.
So my spellcasting roll is it's awareness.
Should probably be.
Yeah, I don't
just your
add anything
awareness.
else to
Yeah,
that.
just.
Yeah,
your
I think it's
awareness
just my
adds
awareness.
to it.
What do I need to get?
I'm
You're
gonna
not gonna
you.
tell me?
I
Not
am
gonna
going
tell
to
me?
you. I am going
Okay.
to tell you. To be able to beat this roll, you must roll over a 15.
Okay. Like on the die or with my bonus?
After the bonus, it
Okay.
must go over
Okay.
a 15.
All right, that's doable. That's very doable.
Mhm.
That's doable. It's doable. It's doable. All right. $19 plus 3.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Wonderful. Now, please explain to me what happens after we've rolled.
I bow to the unicorn. I put my will forward, but I also like bow and like demonstrate that I have no threat to it, and like
Respect.
I've seen the way my homeboy Jordan is with the horses, so I try to mimic that.
Uh, like
But also
white,
like more bowing than
Well,
Jordan does to the
yes.
horses.
white hot breath pours out of its nose, almost like smoke. What is the consequence of the rolls, Jay?
Okay. So, if we both hit, or I hit and you miss, then the creature is friendly to you and your allies and it will fight for you, or if it is intelligent, argue on your behalf for the duration. But it will become hostile towards you if you or your allies mistreat it.
So that
If
happens.
the Fade,
That happens
that's it. That's if we
you hit.
both hit.
Okay.
That is if I hit, yeah.
Okay. What happens if you both hit?
If that is if you.
That's both.
It says you both hit or you hit and the Fey misses.
Okay.
If the Fey hits and you miss, then this creature is hostile towards you and will either try to directly battle you or will try to manipulate you in nefarious ways. If you both miss, the Fey is indifferent to you and will act of its own volition as it sees fit.
So if you both hit, it regards you positively.
Yes.
Well, breathe easy,
Ooh.
because you had no chance. You already knew. You already knew that at least you hit.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got a
You already
19.
knew. Breathe easy.
Great.
You hit. This creature looks at you and it goes, "Little man, what do you
Bruna.
wish?"
Well, around here, I'm what you might call a liar, a man of the law. I lay down the law, and I wanted to arbitrate and petition for this young boy's life.
And I point at Klep.
He ran afoul of an undead creature, much too young, and I was hoping that I could make a deal with you to bring him back to life.
You think that I am some priest?
I was raised to believe that the Fae were quite powerful and had many abilities.
And we're short on time.
You come forward.
I get up off my knees, and I come forward with my hand out.
Like, I do apologize for the inconvenience.
Roll me an awareness check.
Okay.
You can apply any skill you think might be. Pitch me a skill.
I intuiting.
Okay, that's great. Honestly,
I love intuiting. That's a 16.
with a 16, you can tell, you can feel, you can sense the malevolence exuding from this creature.
Mm. Yeah.
But you know that you have managed to cow it to some extent.
Like I said, I am sorry for the inconvenience of this hearing, but according to the rules, I do believe that you should hear me out, provided I can provide you with an appropriate a gift in return. Are you able to help bring my friend back to life?
As you sit there in its aura that seems to almost feel like it twists and corrupts the flora and fauna around you, it looks down at you with its mane of darkness in its 2 sets of flailing 9 tails that are actually tails, like a cat of 9 tails. Looks like it's at the end of this horse's butt.
What a way to put that.
Yeah, it was the best way I could do it.
It's rump.
Rump.
It's rump.
Yeah. It's rump.
Rump.
You're doing great.
Posterior.
It looks at you and it says,
You must use mane and tail. It's really pretty.
it looks at you, it says, one option, one possibility, but he must take it.
You mean Klep must take it?
Yes.
I don't know if he could take anything. Like I said, he's dead.
And he slams his mighty horn straight into Klep's chest, and you see.
Jesus!
You see
Oh no!
energy-
Oh hey!
You see energy erupt into Klep. Klep. You were floating in nothing, on your way to whatever peace may have been waiting for you. You weren't a religious man, but you had spent time with a small amount of time with your family and what religion they would have had. Part of you was ready to embrace the Everwild, and then you were struck. You are lashed by this dark energy. It pulls you, and you arise as he lifts his head, and with you attached to his horn. Your eyes shoot open and you're filled with pain. But you're conscious for right this moment. He's
that was one way. Oh, okay. Klep, you.
bucks his head down and you fall to the ground, and he puts a hoof on your chest, not crushing you, but he puts it on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Little creature, I may raise you, but to do so." And he's saying this in your head. This is not a deal heard by anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But to do so, I must.
Actually, do we want to have them take headsets off?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think that we're going to go that far here. Because one, they can play in the space and not meta. But two, I kind of want them to be a part of this. But to do so, I must share a piece of my soul. Do you accept this soul bond? And
Objection.
You can't hear this, remember?
can't hear it.
No objection. You're consulting with my person without me being present. His lawyer must be present for any and all arbitration. That's not okay.
His eyes glow, staring straight into.
I know I can't hear him, and that's why I'm objecting.
Straight into Klep, into his soul. Klep is coughing and wheezing. He probably at this stage couldn't even vocalize in a body that is not as good as it was, as in mere days the process begins. Klep, you could try to speak with your voice, but it won't work.
The response is going to be in my head, I'm assuming.
Yes, but you could try out of instinct to speak with your voice, but in this moment it won't Your throat is dry, and you can't.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would even try, because I would imagine, seeing that the horse's mouth isn't moving, that I'm hearing it in my head and I'm communicating through my head. But I imagine I would still sound strucken and gasping, even in my own head.
Sure.
What? What does that mean?
It means, in some way, I will give you a piece of my brain. Be connected. Though your life will not affect mine. We will be together for the rest of your living days.
James?
What do you need me to do?
Sorry, I had to get that out.
I can't do
Objection.
that.
That was gross.
You must accept the deal. Simply no bond or bargain can be made without acceptance.
You see another
Okay, so
gout
this
of
is
smoke-like breath shoot from his nose.
so this is just for above table purposes. So he's saying we can't have a deal, like we can't talk about the deal unless I just blindly accept.
He's
The
given
deal
you
is,
deal.
yeah.
He's given you the deal, and I will explain this in a clearer tone so that even our viewers who maybe got lost in the voice can understand. He is offering to soul bond with you. He will give you a piece of his soul, which will bring you back to life. Even a small piece of his magic will bring you back to life. He offers you this, but in this offer, you will be connected to him. You will owe him your life, but you will also be soul bonded with this creature. Now, he will leave when all is said and done, as he cannot spend a ton of time on this.
Plane.
Yeah,
Plane.
but my question is, like, does that mean he's going to control me?
You may ask.
Okay, yeah, that's what Klep was getting at when he said, "What does that mean?"
Yeah, you ask your question directly.
Okay. What are you gonna control me?
Not control you.
That's all he's gonna say.
Okay, are you gonna hurt my friends?
Not today, little one. And the future is yet to be written.
I'll do it as long as my friends will be safe. That I'll never hurt them.
It's about your future. That is for you to decide.
Okay. Send me back then. Do it. I'll bond.
And with a loud and uproarious whinny, which I will not try to make, he bucks his head back. And he rears up. And when he stomps back down, you see a he stomps right over, but not on, Klep, and he brings his head down, but not in a headbutt. But as he does, and his horn touches Klep, visible, you see a tether of energy, dark, purpley, inky energy, form between their bodies. And as Klep begins to sort of be surrounded by this energy, you see him to begin to be renewed. Now, Henry, here's the fun part. You now have to, now that you've made this deal, you have to replace one of your traits with the vessel entry trait. I do not care which, though it would make the most sense you replace the more recent one with that.
What was the more recent one?
I didn't make your character.
Exploit.
You can go ahead and read up on that and see what it does, but you do not have to take more traits in the vessel path if you do not wish to.
It's there permanently.
But it is there. It is now one of your traits.
Or wait, no, that's talent.
Sorry.
Talent is exploit.
Talent. I did mean talent. If I said trait, I meant
Okay.
talent. It's with, the things that it's a class entry trait. Talent.
We're all learning the words here.
Yeah. So you will replace one with the vessel entry talent.
Now mine doesn't want to load fast. You guys jinxed me.
I don't know how they've all decided that we're not going to get Adobe Acrobat Reader, and so we're going to use the worst program on earth to load a PDF. I'm using the one that's downloaded to my computer, and it still won't open it quickly.
Mine is Adobe Acrobat, and it sucks.
Dude, mine opens through Edge.
Sorry.
Can someone
Oh,
read if
that
they
one.
have it
Never
open?
mind. Sorry, I know what you're talking about.
You'd like me to read it to you?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely. Give me just a second while I pull it up, because the easiest place to pull it up is my phone. No, that's the Mythcrafter. I need the...
What is it? Vessel, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Vessel.
Okay, there's 83 options. Let's get there.
You can get there. You're looking for the vessel entry. In the meantime, I'll explain what's happening.
Under the classes? No.
Yes, it
The
is under
talent.
classes.
Okay. Vessel, the gods themselves handle their power responsibilities. You've always known that something is not right with the world, do you?
That stuff doesn't apply. Just find the entry talent. So, while that happens,
Vessel entry. Okay, here we go. Prerequisite character level 2. Okay. When you take this entry talent, you gain the following abilities: Divine Icon, the Cleric stack, one of the icon's abilities, and Surge of Vitality. You may spend 2 AP to regain 1d4 plus Charisma HP, 2/rest.
2 times per rest.
2 times per rest. That's induced sport. Okay, so initiate. You gain the occult talent, occult power. Each time you level up, you spend talent point on the vessel talent. You gain 5 SP and 1 occult power. Gain the fall. Oh yeah, and then soul sacrifice. Some talents of the soul have the soul sacrifice tag. When you take a talent with this tag, you lose the ability to ever be resurrected by any means.
Also, if you do take any talents, all of your talents have to be the soul sacrifice talents. You are soul bonded. You are all of the talents that you have to pick for the entry, and all the ones if you choose in the future, are all soul sacrifice talents.
Yeah, so if you take any soul sacrifice talent, you can ever be resurrected.
So I'm done for good, boys.
If you take anything with soul sacrifice,
if you go
Because I
further,
have to.
No. You have the soul
after this
sacrifice.
one.
You have the soul ability to use soul sacrifice, which basically means you sacrifice a part of your soul. You don't have to. You don't have to take any of those talents, which means you could
You don't
technically
have to
still
go
be
down
resurrected.
the rabbit hole, but the
Yes.
rabbit hole's open.
You now have the
Okay.
option to sacrifice your
okay.
soul. You don't have to.
Okay.
All right.
You will
Okay.
you will need to read some more, read it, and write
Yeah.
down the stuff that you have. You will have new stuff.
If you want to know, it's on page 166.
That'll help.
When
So, in this time, he's raised his head. It is hard to tell a facial, a sort of face made by a dark, shadowy horse, but it is almost definitely some sort of smirk that this unicorn makes, and it says,
We have done your quest.
Yeah.
Mr.
I suppose.
Sootman.
You know my name. I didn't give you my name.
Skeleton of your soul.
Yeah. Well, I want to say it's been really good working with you, and I really appreciate you being such a good sport and all, come down for this hearing, and I appreciate that you saw it our way. And I want to just reach out and welcome you as a member of this plane to this plane, because I think you live here now, because I can't see anything in the spell whatsoever that says they go back.
well, fuck me running.
I've been reading it since you've been talking to him. It's APC 20. It's a primal spell summoning, extrinsic nature, conjuring 5. And that means that it takes 5 rounds to do. When I look up conjuring, it just says that you have to spend all the time and you can't do anything else. Then once it happens, it happens. It has a range of 30 feet and a duration of instantaneous, which means the moment it goes off, it happens. But nowhere in the spell does it say you can send them back or that they go back. There's no end to the spell.
Well, to be fair, you just summoned them. They could use their own power to get back.
Yeah,
if they had that, if they had that ability.
Yeah, I don't.
But-
I don't know.
I'm looking. Don't you worry. I'm
Well then, you done mighta fucked us. So if he's stuck here,
Maybe they want to be here. It's fine. Maybe this is primo real estate. A desert in the middle of the shithole town, nowhere. Yeah. So
I'm
conjuring in particular says some spells have the conjuring tag. These spells must be cast over multiple rounds. Conjuring 5. It means that you must spend at least 5 rounds conjuring the spell. Rounds are counted at the beginning of your turn. Your spell activates the moment you have met both the number of conjuring rounds needed and you've spent the AP. If you cast a spell with conjuring 1 that needs 3 AP, blah, blah, blah. This is just kind of giving you an example.
yes.
While conjuring, you may not move or spend any AP or reactivate AP on anything other than the conjuring spell in question. It
right.
doesn't say
That's
anything
just
about
for how long
specific.
it takes to do it.
Yeah,
Conjuring
and
is a
that's,
duration for
that's
casting.
everything for conjuring.
Yeah, it's
That's
a duration
all
for
it
cast.
says.
That's all.
Yeah.
You summoned this thing, and hey, I'm reading through this, and I don't think if
Don't
it
know if
wants
it's
to
an
go
over-
back, it could. And I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
know
you
if
honestly,
if it's an oversight of the writers to not put a duration on a spell like this, or if it was intentional.
You know what? We're gonna yes and this motherfucker. So
Sure.
it looks at you and with a slightly cocked head, it goes,
Give you thanks. Listen me. This realm.
and
Well,
with
then you owe me one.
That's praise.
and it whinnies and gallops off.
because you did do this. You made a deal with him, so you didn't give me anything for. So you owe me one. You owe me one. That's the way this works.
It stops and turns.
I'm just kidding. Have fun. Oh shit.
It keeps on going.
Hey, Klep. Hey, Klep, how you feeling?
Now, here's where it's hard being Jeff. Because Jeff could tell you everything that's in Jeff's head from here. Or Jeff could hold in the things in his head.
I'm almost figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, figure it out.
Welcome to being a GM. You want to tell everybody, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't do it.
Shouldn't. It'll be more fun.
Don't-
Some things stay
no,
behind the
look.
damn screen.
Go run into the other room and tell Katie. You know, run into the other room, just spill your guts to Katie. That'll help. You feel better.
So,
My wife doesn't understand what I do, but I tell her all my shit. She goes, cool, and she has no idea what I'm talking about.
at
But
least Katie understands sometimes.
yeah,
So, Klep, you've come back to life. You feel this malevolent presence is a part of you now. You know that it's a malevolent presence. You share a piece of its soul. You are soul bonded to this creature. Now, what I'll tell you is fully above board. Normally, the vessel trap is almost stealing the energy. They are trading their magic for some cost, whether that's faith or devotion or their soul.
I
Their
just don't know
soul.
my cost.
Your cost, you know. It is your soul. You've paid for this by being bonded with this creature. He has given you something, but he is also
Taken.
taken. He's taken your ability to be rezzed, and though you may not know that, that's just in the thing. Like, well, technically he hasn't taken it because, like, you could take, but, like, you know that there is,
Yeah.
you know you are connected to this creature. You feel this connection, even as it goes away. But you are living again. And what that connection means in the future, you have no idea. But you know you've gotten a second chance at life. As you raise anew,
Hey, Klep.
health returned,
Drink.
Don't touch me.
no, you're renewed.
Oh,
There you go.
don't touch me.
Well, I'm not
No.
gonna touch you. You should drink. It'll
No.
make you feel better.
No, get away.
For resurrection, Gall recommends this
Klep stands up and starts walking
brewed
away.
last year beer.
Where does he start walking?
Away.
Oh, Klep. No, you don't. Klep, don't want to.
I don't know what I agreed to.
Oh, Klep. Yeah, no.
I don't know what happened. Just stay away.
Oh shit. Goddamn. Yeah. Don't go off too far. All right. We're gonna meet back up with the guys in the next town. It was too dangerous. I sent them off ahead. I did. This is my only
So-
shot at getting you back. So
So
sorry.
it's just you here?
Yeah, it's just us.
Okay, I'll help you get back to the others.
Oh, well, what do you mean by that, Klep?
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Klep. Come, let's get you some rest, man. You've been through. Ah, come on now. We don't got to start off right now.
All right. But we head out first thing in the morning.
Sure.
All right.
At
Klep
this
lays
point-
down.
At this point, it has taken some time, and this whole ordeal has come to pass. The preparations took you into the mid-morning, at least. The execution took you into the afternoon. The sun still sits relatively high in the sky. It is potentially just past midday.
Okay, then that changes everything. All right, let's get on our way.
I mean, we can make them think we didn't succeed. That's fine. We'll show up in the morning.
No, let's get on the way.
Klep, take a moment, Klep.
No. What direction?
You are hungry
That way.
and thirsty, as your body is empty. Also, I don't know if they cleaned you up. You empty your body.
We're in a desert, so you do have shit in your drawers, and there wasn't any water. But it's okay, because when that thing looked back to me, I pissed my pants. So, so here we are.
You also
right,
still have blood on you.
I'm almost certainly we all do. We all got the shit beat out of us.
Yes.
I almost died.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I did die.
Yeah, I was pretty. I was.
We were all pretty fucking close. Then
My
Yeah.
choice was fine.
Klep reluctantly agrees. All right, we'll get cleaned up and then we can go. Then we can head out.
Yeah. Come on. I got an extra water skin here. We'll do what we can with that, and then
Just put some sand in your britches. That'll fix it.
yeah,
Above
dry it
board,
out.
Mr. MC.
Yeah.
Is there tobacco or tobacco-like substances in this world?
Yeah, I mean, I think every culture ever has found a plant to smoke and smoked it. So yeah.
No, there's no narcotics in this world. We just hold our breath till we feel better.
Because I was going to say the first thing I do when I get to town is find that and then find the closest tavern.
Yeah.
I pull a Jarrus before Jarrus could pull a Jarrus.
Yeah. It's as though you're of one mind.
Did we give Klep a magic item? Or did we
No.
say that because he died, he doesn't get one? That was his
I
punishment.
allowed you guys to pick.
Oh shit! I don't even know my magical item.
That is,
We did-
That is
Fine.
the thing that we
Right?
should all talk about
It's
too.
fine.
Is the
It's
magic item.
It's fine. We'll get.
You each were awarded with one at the end of your adventure. There. Hold on. I have mine copied, so I just have to paste it so I can remember what it is.
Because, yeah, my original plan was to trade that item to the thing if I had to, but that didn't come up, so...
Well, it traded for a piece of Klep's soul apparently. So that's
Yeah, but I remember I talked to you about getting an item for him that I'd probably use and trade.
Yeah. And that was a fun option, but not fun enough.
Okay. But did we get an item? We got an item for him, though, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't get to pick it, right?
No, they picked an item for you, so he could pick his own, but... Sorry, I was turning away from the mic and I realized that's probably bad for audio. No, unfortunately, you don't get to pick the item that they got for you. It's gonna be up to them too, because that's the way they did it, and it just makes sense.
Yeah.
What I will say is that Gaul does get to choose his own item, whatever that was. So maybe it was something that was still useful to Gaul. Gaul.
I chose a Spell Thief scroll.
I don't remember. I need to look.
While equipped and the scroll is empty, you may spend 2 reactive AP when you are hit by a spell that has no other targets to cancel the spell and store the spell.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's
You may
pretty cool.
cast it later without spell points.
Yeah.
And I named it Objection.
Objection. Yeah, just to do some fun dishing about what happened, our friend Jairus chose a mulator blade, which is a very fancy curved blade. And that's all I'm really going to tell you about it right now.
Okay. I'll take a look at some magic items and think what I would have picked for Klep.
I don't have that. I only have
While you're doing
I have the
that-
core rulebook. I need
Because I don't think
I
we
need
picked
access
it
to the guide then.
when it was brought up before. Yeah.
While you're doing that, I can entertain Jeff with my concept for the guy that isn't going to come to light now because I'm alive. Well, at least for now.
Absolutely not. I'm not going to
he's
say shit.
He's a radiant, and his arm, because one of the skill traits they get is the ability to have like a retractable, like Assassin's Creed blade,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to have it be built into his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And right there's the hinge, so it would just rotate out.
Mm.
But also, with his other hand, he could grab the hand and use it like a normal scimitar.
Mm.
But while it's in his arm, the blade is still exposed on the forearm area.
Mm.
So he could like actually use it against people.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's not coming to fruition in this game now, but
No.
neat. Maybe
Yeah.
All right.
maybe when Jay decides to run a game, that'll get a chance to live.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's not too late. I can kill him.
Hey,
It's true.
He's not very thankful for the fact that I brought him back to life. I can fucking kill him. Choke him out right the fuck now.
Now.
I think I'm going to give Klep the boomerang because it feels like it's got Klep energy. It is a ranged thrown weapon, 60 feet. APC 2, damage 1d6 blunt, 1d6 sonic, and the creature is dazed and deafened until the end of its next turn. The wooden boomerang is shaped like a bent lightning bolt.
Neat. That's fun.
We'll give Klep a ranged weapon.
You'll have to send me the link for that so I can look at items because I don't have that.
That's
Later.
The Mythcraft guide. It's in the Mythcrafter's guide. Did we not get that one?
I'm in the core rulebook. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We need to get
We'll
him
share
that.
it with you. All that stuff's not super important right now.
Nope. Later.
So it's fun to dish about the magic shit you got. There's your loot, guys. Dish about your loot.
Thank you. Yeah, mine's super cool. It steals a spell and shoots it back at them if I want it to.
I think it's smoking and drinking time.
Yeah, we kind of interrupted, but they were moving on to the next town. We can go to the other
So,
guys
what
to
we'll do
Jorn.
is we'll catch up with Jordan and Jerry's.
Oop.
So,
Can you guys hear him?
huh? Can we what?
Hear who?
Can you not hear me?
What's
Who
happening?
Who can you not hear?
Jay, can you hear anyone?
Jay,
His
His
headset died.
headset?
it's dead. It's dead.
It's
man.
dead, Jim. It's dead, Jim.
It's dead, man. Plug in the pluggy one. Plug it in. Plug it in. Anyways, that's not important. Let's catch up with Jordan and Jerry.
That's messed up.
So, you guys ride along down the road, and there's no real. Well, there is a road.
I gotta bounce in and out because I suddenly can't hear any of you guys.
Plug your headset in.
Oh.
It's too late. He's gone now.
It's too late for the other side.
So, you're on your cart and riding into town. You see this kind of not a shanty sort of town, but it definitely does. There's definitely parts of this town that look like they're made by people who are almost more pioneer folk than that of the regular civilized folk.
Well, it is a desert town, so yeah,
Yes.
I can see that.
And you see it coming, and Jairus goes, "There is town of Gaius." And he looks at you and he goes, "An important detail. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the area around here, but this town exists because of the flesh pit, as this desert. Now I'm gonna tell you that you've probably lived in the area prior to this. You probably lived in the area somewhere. So there's a fair chance that you've heard of this flesh pit. I mean, it is that. It is a fleshy pit in the center of the desert. I'll give you an intelligence roll to know more than that, but you can know that. Just
Well, you said that, and my mind immediately went to the flesh pit creepypasta, which is just a cavern made out of flesh.
Mine immediately
hasn't
went
been-
to the Star Wars desert scene. with
Oh
the-
yeah, no, it's not a sarlacc.
not
That's
a Sarlacc.
different.
Yeah, it's definitely not a Sarlacc. It's not living. Well, you know, yes, but not sort of. It does occasionally eat people.
Occasionally, it eats people. Okay.
I gave you that one for free. You shouldn't have known that one, but for free, you may know.
15. I'll take that knowledge that occasionally it eats people, but it's just a bit of flesh.
Yeah, you know it's a
Made
bit
of
of
flesh.
flesh, and it is a well-known landmark. Occasionally, people are known to seemingly be devoured by it, but the what have you done?
What have you done?
Huh?
I didn't do anything.
All right, let me move around here. Oh, he's not. He's back, but he's not back. Hold on. All right.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
The return. All right, paste and I can't hear Jay yet, so
I'll give you a thumbs up when we can hear you.
cannot hear him. I can't hear him speaking. I don't know what he's saying to me.
So I respond with it's just a pit of made out of flesh, basically, right?
Yeah, it draws a certain kind of people to it.
Don't drink the don't drink the Kool-Aid.
No, not that. So we were technically in Nalathesh before we are officially in Nalathesh. This state, country, whatever, of Nalathesh is there's a couple important things you should know. One,
Can you hear me?
yes,
Okay. Voice mod crashed. That's what happened. Okay.
one, in Nalathesh, this country is ruled by a god king. Pardon me.
B.
And the only acceptable religion here is to worship the god king. Not to say they make everyone who comes here, but all the residents must. So I would, if you have any religious traditions, I would leave those behind. It just doesn't go well. And this flesh pit, this city has it's pretty well known for adventurers and miners. People mine the flesh pit. It's actually pretty decent jerky I get from it.
I mean, I guess it would be a natural resource.
Yeah. I don't know much more than that. We'll find out the rest as we get in there.
I need to find a drink. I hold up the bottle.
Yeah, tip it upside down.
Why's the rum gone?
Yeah, Jared looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, that would be great. Another drink." And
So-
after that, even. So you make your way, and as I say, as you approach this town, you see that part of it kind of looks like almost like a pioneer town. This is a sort of mining town. So not all of these establishments kind of look like, or all of these buildings.
Oh, miners, not miners.
Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Um,
No.
So not all of these
Absolutely not.
buildings or constructions look like they're really permanent constructors. He also says it draws adventurers, so there's
Almost kind of like a farmer's market as well.
kind of.
Stalls, not as much, actual physical buildings and stuff.
But there are physical buildings because this has existed for a while. It's just
No.
weird
Yeah,
sort of
it's a mix.
hodgepodge.
It's an amalgamation.
Yeah,
Got it. Okay.
it's a weird sort of hodgepodge. As you enter this city, there are like adobe buildings,
Mhm.
or sandstone buildings, more likely.
Mhm.
And stuff
I
like that. But
I have you slow as we get to the market, and I tell you that I'm going to stop off real quick, and then I'll meet you at the tavern.
Jairus looks at you and goes, "All right." And with his cloak shut, and
Closed.
his sort of very devilish features like prominent over his cowl, he tips his head to you
Mhm.
and cracks the reins, and they mosey on. He moseys on into the town. He goes, as he's leaving, he goes, "I'm sure you'll find a tavern nose like yours."
I give him a nod and walk off into the market to try to find tobacco.
Yes. You make your way into what is definitely like a bazaar here.
Mhm.
It is the easiest to find market. This
People offering me things, jerky hanging everywhere.
Nalatesh, the entire sort of let's call it a city-state. The entire city-state or country of Nalatesh is well known for its trading. They trade in spices and some places are trade in like fine art, and there are a fair amount of researchers here. You also see a presence of what looks kind of like a guard. They're the bronze guard, though. They don't look kind of like guard. They do, but they look also somewhere between guards and military. They are very fancy looking. The bronze guard, and their presence is noticeable, but not excessive here.
So on that note, I take my cloak and I fold my emblem to the inside just in case something, they decide to want to say something.
Yes. You make your way into the bazaar, and there's people with all kinds of goods and wares. Like I said, spices is a pretty heavy trade. It's clear that that some of these people, the reason that this is kind of part of this is almost a shanty, this bazaar, is because some of these people are just temporarily up here as they're on the way to the next part of Nalatesh.
Mhm.
Whether that is people making their way out and still trading because this is one of the closer cities on the way out of Nalatesh, or people who are making their way in. You do see a selection, and it's like any bazaar that you've ever seen in a movie or something like that. I doubt you've been to a bazaar, but if you had, cool. It's very loud, and there's a lot going on. There's people trying to get your attention. How are you going to find what you're looking for?
Two things. One, I was definitely going to use my sense of smell, but I was also going to try to find a more permanent and not off the beaten path, but the guy who doesn't have to get your attention.
Okay, yeah. So you use your nose and you're searching for, which by the way is a sultan, as I say, well known for their spice trade. So your nose is absolutely a sultan. There's all kinds of smells here.
Yes. Mhm.
It's like walking in. It's if you've ever been to an Indian market, or
Oh,
even
dude, spice everywhere. Yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
it's just like, whoa, what's happening?
Mhm.
But you spent your whole life with this nose, so even though it is a
Kind of
little
know what to
selective,
pick out and what not to.
Yeah, you're okay at doing it. I will ask.
Would you say the nose knows?
The nose does know. I will ask for a roll to see how well you find what you're looking for.
25? Not 20?
Of course. Yeah.
On the roll that I don't need it, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you sniff the
That
air.
will do it.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do. You sniff the air and you kind of close your eyes and let the smells come to you, and you pick out the distinct smell of like an aged herb that you know is smoked, the kind of thing you're looking to smoke. It's not tobacco, but it's not weed. It's like maybe somewhere in between, right? It's just something that people smoke, and some people
Like
Hashish.
my stuff.
Well, sheesh is tobacco, but it's a more exotic version. It's more exotic than tobacco. It's less exotic than marijuana.
It's that good old
Of this
that good
world,
old-
not specifically those things, but yeah.
Yes.
that good old Shire pipeweed, which we're
Yeah,
not to this day not sure if it's tobacco or weed.
No, it's both. It's definitely exactly basically kind of what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's that perfect,
It's a little both.
A little both.
Go talk to a halfling.
Mhm.
And so you make your way through this bazaar, and you find one of the permanent structures, and you walk through the door with a series of chimes as you walk through, and standing there is I have a chance to like throw out a different race, and I didn't prepare for this.
Catch you on your toes, man.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the silly things I didn't prepare for.
Golem.
No, not a golem. I think it would be fun if it was a
Remnant.
Trollkin.
Hold on.
If it was a trollkin. Hold on. Remnant.
Remnant.
No.
It's. I was gonna say you're gonna make it an actual remnant.
No. I don't think.
Ooh.
Of course. Oh,
It sounds cool. A ketek, whatever that is.
Oh, you're right. A ketek.
It's
is great.
Khajiit.
Yes, a ketek would be great. You walk in and there's a ketek, a older ketek man, who's got long white whiskers, and for those out there who are unaware, which is probably most of you, a ketek is a sort of cat person. So,
Opposite of me.
Yes. So I could play on some weird interaction they have, but that's so cliche. I'm not gonna.
No. Play on it because there's. I was planning on. I can do that as well. I wasn't even planning on it. Now I can see it though.
I mean, like I said, it's very cliche. I don't think cats and the truth is, cats and dogs don't not get along. They're just weird together.
No, but there'll be some sort of interaction as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some interaction. And he's got long white whiskers, and he's wearing a small hat on his head that his ears are tucked into, and he's got these long eyebrow whiskers, but like medium length fur, and you can tell he's got some experience, and he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, Handu, I see your nose found you here."
I take a really long. It's been a long time. Haven't smelled this smell since my father smoked.
Your father was a man of discerning taste.
Though
only sell the greatest of herbs.
I can tell I haven't smelled this one aged 20 years? 22. That sounds about right.
Your nose is quite good, yes. We do age
Smoking herbs, yes, I'd say it's a forgotten process, aging the herbs, but it gives it a good flavor if you know what you're doing. So, what can I get you?
First, giving a small bow as just out of respect, and I go, of your of your discerning, what would be the most, how do I put this, relaxing of what you have?
I would say that the most relaxing of the things that we have is a house blend for you. Come.
And he ushers you over, and he points you to like a barrel, but it's like a small barrel, like a maybe not a full barrel, like but a container. You know what I'm saying? And you can smell it already as soon as he takes the top off, and he goes,
This will help you unwind.
I pull out a pouch and I go, I will take, how do I want to put this? Let's see. I will take a normal size pouch, and you have an assortment of pipes.
We have several different types of pipe, and if you would like, we have an apparatus by which you may smoke it with water.
Unfortunately, we are but humble travelers, so unfortunately we have no place to call home at the moment. So I will take I will see your assortment of pipes, specifically for myself, a long pipe.
Of course, I will grant you this long pipe for herbs, for smoking herbs as discerning as this.
your pouch, and he takes the pouch you offer him, and he fills it, and then he puts it on a little scale, and then he puts silver coin on the other end, and it's not completely balanced. You see, it is not worth exactly its weight in silver. It is probably worth more, as herbs are usually pretty light.
Mm-hmm.
But he puts some coins down, and he goes,
It will cost you 4 silver coin for this, good sir.
And how much for the long pipe? And I look and I see he has kind of a small collection, because I'm grabbing one for everybody just in case, is kind of a thing. But if nobody does, it's fine. It's and then that small collection right there.
Of course.
and he takes them up. And so the long pipe you asked for, and I know what you're looking for, but it's my world, so it's going to be
It's
what
fine.
I
Mm-hmm.
give you. The long
Mm-hmm.
pipe you asked for is more similar to like a peace pipe. And the other pipes, the smaller pipes, have a like a long or a sharp dip in them, so they are almost flat to the face, but they come down relatively low. They are made of bent metal, but the one that you got is made of a type of wood. He goes,
This one is important. We do not have a large amount of wood.
I understand.
and the other two appear to be made of maybe like a copper type metal, or the other, yeah, 2, 3, however many you buy.
Mm.
And he goes,
I can give you these for all of them. 10 silver coin.
Okay, so a total of 14.
Yes.
I pull out 15, and I place them on the counter in front of him and go, I appreciate what you do here, and I wish you a prosperous day.
Many fair returns to you as well. May your
I take-
journeys keep you safe, bring you prosper.
I give him again another small bow, and I take the pipes and wrap them in a cloth and stick them in my pouch. Take the pouch and
You're under arrest. Drug deal completed. This is a sting.
I stick
Fucking
the,
degenerate.
I stick the pouch in my belt and walk out
Okay.
and sniff out the tavern.
Yeah, you walk out, you stick your nose out. I'm just gonna let that nat 20 roll, and you're just like beer. Ale. And you wander your way into something that is definitely much more like a tent construction, but you can tell it is a permanent tent-like construction.
It's like a yurt.
Like a yurt. Kind of like a yurt, but keep in mind this is a desert. So right, it is very sort of influenced by our desert cultures, because I kind of made this. It's very influenced by our desert cultures, so it is important that air moves through it very well, and that like it's not stuffy, but also that it can keep sand out of your beverages. So, you know, it is very tent-like, but it is purposeful, because it is a place where people will come together, and it needs to be comfortable.
Mhm.
You walk in and you see these cloth and metal chairs that are like, I don't want to say they're like lawn chairs, because that's not exactly it, but like you can imagine a sort of
Almost like a hammock chair.
kind of similar to like what are those things? Similar to like a papasan almost, but not as fancy as a papasan, or as big, like a small papasan. And the tables are very small here. The tables are meant to hold basically one or two drinks, but the chairs are all facing a similar direction, so it is easy to converse through this whole tavern, you could call it. It is essentially, ostensibly a tavern, but it is not in the ways that you may be more familiar with. And sitting in one of these,
It's almost like a lounge.
Yes, it's very much centered around the idea of a lounge, and the exchange of communication. And in one corner, you see people smoking through tubes, seemingly like some sort of water-based smoking apparatus. And you know, in the full disclosure of it all, it resembles a hookah, but it is not actually a hookah. It just resembles. It's a parallel thinking.
Likeness.
Yeah, it's just parallel thinking, right? You're in a similar place, you have similar things. But you see Jarrus sitting there with his feet stretched out, not cocked up on the table as you are used to seeing him, because that table is used for his drink and his other drink and your drink. But these aren't flagons or like mugs. These are different. They're made of actual glass, which you don't see a ton of. But as you're in a desert, glass is relatively easy to make, and this place is well known for their blown glass. So they're what you would consider beautiful cups.
All different shapes and whatnot, but basically the same size.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And you see him drinking, and he looks at you, and now his cloak is open. His sharp-toothed smile erupts from his face as he looks at you, and he goes, "Come,
Hold on. Come on in. Let's get our drink on.
I walk first to the bar. I wave at him, walk over to the bartender, and I first ask, "Do you allow smoking in here?"
Yeah, there's
Because as I was paying attention, because I saw the hookahs,
yes.
but I personally want to make sure that it's no, those aren't specialty customers or whatnot. Because I'm like,
Right. You
I don't
never
want to
know. Yeah,
I don't want to
absolutely.
piss anybody off
Of
right
course.
now.
Of course. Standing there is an elf with a sort of lavender skin tone, an elf woman, and she looks at you and she says, "Well, of course. Feel free. Wherever you may find a place."
Thank you. I walk over and set the pouch is tucked in, but I set the cloth bundle on the table with what set the cloth pouch or the cloth bundle on the table with what little room's left, um, and open it up and go.
I'm sorry, I had a bit of things happening off screen, as you probably could tell.
You're good. I set the cloth bundle with which I'd bundled everything in on the table, pull mine, and gesture to Jairus.
Jairus looks at the cloth and he goes,
Oh, you smoke?
Uh,
Don't you know it's horrible for your health?
I take a look down and brush some of the dried blood off of my armor and go, what is it at this point?
I'm just joking. Depending on your herbs, it could be good.
and he reaches in the pouch and he grabs one of these pipes that you brought, and he takes a good hearty pinch, and he taps it down and he goes,
Well, did you happen to bring anything to light these with?
Yeah, because I have stuff for my hooded lantern, and I pull out I open the lantern and I pull I pull a piece of the wick out that's coated in oil,
Mhm.
and I strike it with the striking stone, and create basically a match out of a piece of wick, basically. And
Yeah.
reach over and light his, and then proceed to light mine and take a few long puffs.
"Yeah, you guys sit there and you puff, you smoke your smoking herbs, and you relax, you drink for the first time, or well, maybe not for the first time in a while, but you drink, and this beverage is not as you would know it. This isn't ale like you know it, but it is ale because obviously you found your way here based on the familiar smell. But at the same time, it's different. It's kind of more floral, slightly more fruity.
So cordial.
Yeah. Um, it's definitely got a different sort of complexity to the flavor than you're used to. By comparison, normal ale is very sort of brusque. It's like, ale. This is light almost. It allows it to be more refreshing in this hot environment. Um, and it's and you look down and Jairus goes,
We're also well known for this. Their mead here is quite good as well.
I quite enjoy this. This is change of pace.
The only thing that's good about traveling is tasting different brews.
Oh, you want to talk about being bad for someone's health?
I've been bad for quite a few people's health.
Oh,
Tony's
Tony,
in here. Hi, Tony.
melting the screen. Well, he is looking.
What's up,
He's
Tony?
looking quite dapper today.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and
I'm
we
alive again.
we discussed the last few days' events and how everything pertained, and
Oh yeah.
Tony missed it. I died.
yeah.
And he came
Yeah,
back.
it happened. I brought him back for
Yeah,
Tony.
Did.
just for Tony. So yeah, you
New-
guys sit there and I don't want to say reminisce because that's not what you do, but you sort of decompress. You breathe as it were. You have like a briefing, and you kind of discuss a little bit about where you've been and like and what happened and like
Where we're going.
where you're going a little bit. And you, while the hours away, it took you maybe a couple, uh, reptile dysfunction. God damn it! It took you maybe a couple hours to get there.
Fantasy dad jokes.
If I'm remembering how I was breaking you down on the map, yeah, it took you several hours to get there from where you were, but not a lot.
Mhm.
But and you weren't moving at a quick pace with your cart, so you imagine they'll catch up to you. They would be
In a
able
couple
to
hours.
catch up to you within a couple hours or so.
By about nightfall-ish, probably.
Yeah, by nightfall they should be there, and if they're not, and that's one of the things you discuss. If they're not there by nightfall, you can only assume the worst. That's something that Jarrus just says straight to your face. Like, we knew what the deal was. If they're not here by nightfall, they're probably dead.
Yeah, after a night like the last few nights, I'm gonna actually need sleep.
Agreed. So let's flash back to Klep and Gaul on the road. Do you guys want to discuss anything on the road, or would you prefer I flash you forward there?
It depends on if Klep talks to Gaul. Gaul tries to reach out to talk to him a couple times, but
It all depends on the questions asked. Because Klep isn't going to initiate conversation right now.
Oh. So, there anything on the other side there, buddy?
I don't know. It was like I was just floating in nothing.
You were you were gone for 3 days.
I know I didn't say it before. Thanks.
Oh, no. No need for that, boy. It's okay, Klep. I feel responsible. But, we all talked to each other getting out here, and then first adventure we go on, one of us up and dies, so I had to try something.
Yeah.
We're a team, but come on. Hey, what happened? I didn't hear nothing.
Nothing.
I'm going to go ahead and intuit that, if that's okay.
Willpower.
11.
Yeah, it's a 24.
Jesus.
I don't...
Sorry, hold on. I was
Oh,
muted
wait
to
a
the
minute.
stream. I was muted to the stream, so now let me say that again. Go ahead and make an intuiting against his willpower. And I'm also going to take just a brief second to explain something that I think is killer about this system. You no longer have to roll off in these scenarios, as everybody has defenses against stuff like that. And I think that's
True.
fun, because I don't have to decide what DC, neither does he.
Yeah.
The DC
it's
set.
there. Yeah.
Unless he's specifically like lying or something, right? Unless he's using his deception skill or something.
Correct. Unless he's
Yeah.
using his deception skill.
Yeah, so with a 24, I mainly just want to know.
You just know that he's not. He's. It's not nothing.
Yeah, I know it's not nothing, but like I also kind of want to know if this is a moment, because I'm wise, and I feel like Henry would have to
You're
answer this
aware.
out of game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very aware. Wise is a word that is appropriate for an aware person.
Fair.
Does Henry think that Gaul should push to try to Klep, or do you think that Gaul would get that to leave him alone for a bit?
I mean, that's a you question.
No,
he's
it's not.
asking-
I succeeded at my skill.
He's asking what Klep's body language and all of the stuff he's not saying
Yeah.
is implying, which his awareness
Yeah.
might
Okay.
give him.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly it.
again, it's all going to be dependent on the questions asked, because he's not actively trying to avoid you, but obviously something is amiss.
I think the question here is what happened when he couldn't hear anything. Do you look like you'll be
Yeah.
forthcoming, or are you going to
No,
shut
no, no.
that down?
I'll give him an answer.
I'll give him time. I'll come back to it. That's what 24. I'll come back to it. I know something's really wrong.
We'll circle back around.
We'll circle back.
Hey, you don't gotta tell me nothing. I can't imagine how traumatic it would be to die. Hey, you got one hell of a story. You know that? When we get back to the bar and we get you some drinks with Jordan there, they're gonna want to know all about it.
Yeah, I think I need a new jacket again.
Yeah. You're. Yeah, that thing's basically a rag.
I just bought this too.
We'll get you a new one. We just got we got a little bit of loot when we go in there, so we can get you a jacket.
All right.
Speaking of which,
I go ahead and I pull out his share. There was money, right?
Yeah, I believe
am I
you
wrong?
each got like 100 SC.
Yeah. If you didn't write it before, I don't know if you did that or not.
I did not.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think-
Get the
I think
100
what I had said is that
SD,
he
and I give you.
I think what I said is he doesn't get it because he's not present for it, but I will allow you
give-
to have.
I'll give him the boomerang.
Yeah. And
Yeah, and then just keep the gold.
Yeah.
Or silver.
we got a little silver, and I'll make sure we buy you something. It's fine.
I'll give him half of mine. Fuck it. Take 50.
Sharing is caring.
And gosh, Gall really cares.
I
He
care
does.
so goddamn much.
I was gonna say
He wouldn't have tried the things he tried if he didn't care.
Klep rejects the silver.
It's great. It's great to play an altruistic character because then that hides the fact that you kind of want him to die and play a new character. I'm selfish. Gall's selfless. It's great.
Yeah, Klep denies the money. It's
Oh, no.
it's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you're gonna need it.
I'll be fine. I got some. I'll be fine.
You are so stubborn. You think that you kids can just get over on old Gall. That's fine. I'll hold on to it for you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Are you gonna? You want
That's
to
it.
say any more? Yeah. Okay. So
No, I decide that I won't push him. He needs some time. We'll get back to the group.
you keep walking through the desert in the direction that Jairus told you. You're walking to the west. He said you should be able to find it. Just keep
Please
it
tell
down.
me we brought a horse with no name.
No. No, you
Hi ho
don't.
Yeah,
silver.
I like specifically told them not to waste stuff. We're walking.
Yeah, you're hoofing it on your feet, not on horses'
Yeah.
hoofs.
Yeah.
Your foot is.
Your foot's in it. And both of you are barefoot, so have fun with that.
Klep is always
Or-
barefoot.
Yeah.
Can I roll navigating?
Klep doesn't wear shoes.
Hey, guess what? This is a great opportunity to roll navigating. Yes, you fucking may.
I rolled a nat 20.
Damn.
Jesus.
You know exactly where you're going. For whatever reason, you can look at the
Hey,
sun
I think I
and-
know a shortcut.
You can look at the sun and the, fucking, the wind or something. I don't know. You just fucking know.
Hey, it's over there by that cactus.
Hey, I
By
smell.
the
Hey,
trajectory of the
hey, you
bird
know what?
as it
Maybe
fell
it's just
from
me,
the
but
sky.
I swear I smell pipe smoke that way.
Your nose is as good as mine, but okay.
Yeah. So as you approach, you start to see it from a distance. You know, it's a pretty big settlement. It's not huge, but it is a pretty decent settlement. So you see it from a distance as you're approaching, and before long, you know exactly where you must be heading because this is a desert and there's just Not a lot of fucking settlements everywhere. So you're approaching the city, and you can see it. Uh, I don't think either of you knows fuck all about this area because you're from the other side. Both of you are from the other side of Bridgemore, and this will be your first time on this side of Bridgemore. Jorn, I think we decided was from this side of Bridgemore, so he knows stuff about it. I don't know if
Yeah.
Jorn wrote down exactly where he's from.
Yes,
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
am from.
He's gonna say
I am from Falth.
Falth, yes. So yeah, you're from this side of Bridgemore, so you know a little bit about the stuff over here, but
Yeah.
from the other side, basically all you even have a chance of knowing is that good spices come from here. That's the best you have a chance of knowing.
What you would have heard.
Right. You'd know that like when people are like, these are the best spices, they're from Nalathesh. You're like, oh, whoa. If you cared
Oh.
enough to buy spices, if you're a spice guy.
Do they provide a good
All right, say it with me now.
Flavor. Oh yeah, this place is filled with flavor. Let me tell you. Ad break in process. Progress, not process.
Yeah, it's a
I'm gonna take that moment to get some water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the people who are subscribers are still here, but it's okay. We'll take it away.
It's okay.
I was gonna say if he's gonna take a minute, I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. Well,
In the meantime, we'll riff.
yeah, we're riffing it. So I guess let's go back to Jarrus and Jorn.
Yeah. I'm going to say that we aren't drinking to get drunk either, because especially the way this drink is, we're drinking to just
feeling Mitch's pain for playing Bruce for 3 years.
relax and, not be stressed.
Oh yeah, you're
And so
definitely
like
not-
we're having enough drinks that we're probably got a little bit of a buzz, but we're not trying to get hammered. We're just trying to
comfortably numb. Just
Mhm.
just fucking chilling. Definitely. I mean, I think.
So anyway, they're hammered because that's
No.
what happens.
I think
No, I'm just
that-
trying to take the edge off.
I think that Jarrus is well known for being a drinker, but he's also not well known for getting belligerent, and he likes to keep his wits about him and his fingers sharp, as he does do precise finger work. He's
Giggity.
yeah.
Let's also say that we're playing a very small card game because the table is tiny, but we're able to play like War or something similar to where we're just one card at a time kind of thing.
Yeah, you're playing a little bit of a card game, and like I
War
said,
is a
the-
fantastic game to play brainlessly. When you're thinking about other shit.
You're playing a bit of a card game, and like I said, the setup of this tavern is meant to be communal. So you're hearing other people's conversations a little bit. They're hearing a little bit of yours. Your people are like based on just setting, kind of talking to each other a little bit. So you have like some crosstalk with some of the other people there.
Speaking of, actually, let me roll Can I roll awareness to see if I hear anything interesting?
You
There
may
you go.
roll awareness,
you
and I'll
go.
even say if you have any skill in eavesdropping, you can add that. If you do not,
I don't.
No, that's Big Daddy Klep.
Get us a fucking like adventure hook, bud. Do it.
14.
14. With a 14, what you end up hearing is that, as already kind of briefed by Jarrus, that there's definitely different types of people here, and this is kind of what you're hearing mostly. It's just that
Another melting pot of sorts.
yeah, you're hearing that some of these people are adventurers, are people looking for adventure and where that may go, intrigued by the flesh pit. Some of them are travelers for that. Others again are these miners but what you learn is that there is a group of scientists and researchers here as well. Just by overhearing people talk about them, maybe even hearing one or two of them talk about what they're doing, because they're interested in this flesh pit. And beyond that, you hear of the floating islands that aren't far from here, islands in the sky of sandstone in the greener area of Nalathesh. It's just like something that sometimes people just talk about. Like, again, maybe even some researchers talking about that being where they were from, the research project to try to learn more about them, there being where they were from originally, but coming here, having made no progress with that. Uh, Getting back to Gaul and Klep, you guys see it coming. You don't know much about this place other than the spices, but you approach. As I've already described, it is kind of some combination of temporary structure and long-term structure. These sandstone buildings with like tents and a bazaar and things of these sorts, stalls. You having spent time in Bridgemore have become kind of more accustomed to what merchants and traders look like a little bit, and you can tell that there's a fair amount of those here as well. But beyond that, I don't know what you would be able to tell immediately. It's just kind of one of the things you kind of see. You can see a place that's kind of build with those types of people a little easier, but seeing more about the people, even at a distance, or especially at a distance, is a little dicey. But as you approach, you see this city. What are you guys gonna do?
Hey, Klep, we're almost there. We're gonna reunite with guys. They're gonna be so happy to see you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stop walking before we get into the city.
Hey, Klep. What's your favorite thing in the world?
I don't know anymore.
What was your favorite thing in the world?
Trying to look out for the little guy.
Sometimes when you go through some stuff, you forget why you like some of the things you used to like. I used to like to play the flute when I was younger. Met a girl. It didn't go well. Broke my heart. I used to play the flute for her, and then when it ended, I didn't want to play the flute no more. I still don't play the flute, but I found other things that I like. So, keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Come on, Klep. New city. Adventure awaits.
Yeah. Klep kind of stands back and starts just kind of staring off into the distance because it's nighttime at this point, right?
It's not full night, but you're into the evening now.
Yeah, we would have got there pretty late. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah, you're into the evening. It's not full night, but you're definitely into the evening. Like the sun is setting, the moons are rising.
Yeah. So Klep's looking off towards the horizon, kind of just playing with his ear, and is almost in a trance for what feels like longer, but is only in reality about like 5 seconds. And then just goes, yeah, and starts following.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys.
Is there like a gate guard or anything to this town?
No. It is not. There's no
Nothing
gate
like
or
that?
anything like that.
It's
Definitely,
like a frontier town.
It is very close to a frontier town.
I walk up to the first bar that I find.
Sure. Tell me how you're gonna find it.
So what's the layout of this town?
Like,
Yeah, what's the layout of this town like?
It's relatively widespread, but you can see, you kind of saw at a distance, it kind of moves in an arc around something, but you don't know what. But you could kind of make out that. There's not a lot. There's no like two or maybe not many buildings over a story. It is just
Does it
kind of.
look? Is it large? Is it an old town?
It doesn't look extremely old, but it doesn't look
Okay.
extremely new. It's kind of in that
And
middle ground of like parts of it look like they've been here for a good chunk of time, and other parts look like wow, maybe you just put that up.
and, it, and it's on flat land. Is there a river nearby?
It is on flat land. There is no river nearby. There is no easily apparent water of any sort.
I walk to the center of town.
You are still in a desert.
I walk to the center of town. First of all, how silly of them to build their town not next to a river in the desert. They're gonna die. But yeah, I walk to the center of town and I look for
On your way, you
lar-
see people who are like water,
Mm,
because of course it is a precious resource here.
Well, yeah, water. It's been a long time. I need to refill the skins. Hey, pass over your skin, Klep. How much for water, sir?
2 silver.
Each full water skin.
One per skin.
Fantastic. You're a good man. Yeah. Let me get some of that.
and I hand him over my water skins, and I'll go ahead and I tip him one more.
Yeah.
Did you by any chance see a strange couple come through town? Maybe they were thirsty. It would have been a Hondu and a Fiend Blood that were traveling together on horses with a wagon.
It's not that I roll a DM luck check. Actually, no. You roll a luck check.
That does seem like a me problem. Yeah. All right. I'm doing good today. That's gonna be a 17.
You came into this game like, I roll so garbage that I'm never going to succeed.
That's the secret, Cap. The dice never do what I say they're gonna do.
Yeah, with a 17, he goes, Handu, yes. Tall. He went to...
Yeah. You're all tall to me, but yeah.
Yes, he was moving through market, but you can tell that, and I haven't established this yet, but all of you guys do speak the same language, but there is no common tongue here. You guys happen to all speak the same language, and maybe you know more than that, but there is
Really?
no common tongue. It's all regional. So you
Really?
can tell that he can understand you, but he is not
Right down there.
great at
Got it.
expressing it on the other end, you know?
That must have changed from when we created characters too.
It did. I changed my mind as I was reading through the Mythcrafter's Guide.
Yeah, because I have 3 languages and one of them doesn't exist anymore.
Where is the languages?
I will.
They're not there. I looked
On the character sheet?
I never.
on
gave
my
myself
character
languages.
sheet. They're under my my BOP and lineage abilities.
But like there's not a
but-
spot for it, right?
No, and they
Oh,
don't
okay.
exist in the rulebook either.
What a loser!
I looked.
Prepping languages. I never even did that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
I
languages,
speak Hondu, Common, and Valstramese.
Shit, I have no
And
idea.
Valstramese
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
I
all right.
speak the language of my people.
I'm gonna assume that I don't speak the language of the desert people.
I actually
but I-
only speak the language of love.
This motherfucker. Anyways, yeah.
I
will give you more information about the language that you speak because I was actually looking into that today, and I actually very much prefer that languages are regional. That just makes more sense. Than
Sure,
doing the,
yeah.
I'm a person-
elves. Only elves speak Elven.
Right. Like it's just there's a ton of languages that are regional, and that I also like the intrigue of that adding the element of sometimes you'll need a translator as you travel
Sure.
because
Sure.
I think that's more regional.
I'll worry about my languages later, but for now I'm gonna say that straight up not gonna pick the one of this area.
Okay.
He
Hondu, tall. He's here. Where did he go?
Just I sort of point out to like
yeah, he goes you rolled what you roll a 17?
for luck.
Yeah, he goes yes, Handu he went through and then Back. That way.
Thank you.
I flip him another coin.
Yeah, he takes the coin. He goes, thank you. Very much. Thank you.
I head that way in the hopes that I bump into what should look like some sort of alehouse or tavern.
It probably doesn't. In any way that would be familiar to you, it probably doesn't. But there would be a cloth sign signifying something that
Any place that has like gathered people having a good time would be a tavern, right? Like that's universal.
Yeah, relatively. You're from more wooded areas and from more city areas beyond that, right? So this doesn't.
There will be a sign with a beer on it.
But there is signage. There is signage that has some inclination.
Should I roll perceiving?
I'd give you a perceiving. Yeah.
Hey, Klep, can you roll perceiving? I'm pretty sure you're better at it than me. Maybe we both do it. Because, yeah, I got a 7.
16.
He sees tents and buildings.
What is the...
I see a bunch of guys going in and out of that tent full of girls. They look like they're having fun.
You would say
Everybody look.
something.
16.
16. Yeah, with the 16 Klep, you happen to notice there's a cloth sign on a sort of a tent construction, a tent-like construction of a building, and the sign, though the language is not one you're familiar with per se, I'll say, the symbolism on it is reminiscent enough that you can make it out.
Okay.
And just to riff off of Jameson's thing there real quick, not all of those are women.
Okay, so
Bruno, I don't even know what most.
Yeah.
I just go,
I'm a Bruno. I don't even know the difference between men and women with most of these people.
this
None of
way.
them got horns.
That's
supposed
all
to hold
Klep
on
says
to?
is just this way.
Beard or no beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How do you get purchased? All right. Yeah. So we go into the bar thingy.
yeah. So you walk in and
Alehouse, speakeasy,
yes, you
hookah lounge,
You walk into this lounge-like environment.
powwow.
And it is as I described before. There's the seating is very sort of communal. The chairs are not in a way that looks extremely familiar, but you do know they're chairs. The tables are small. There is just a it's not even really a bar, but there is a maiden behind an elvish maiden who seems to be serving drinks from one section, from one sort of counter area. And
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Could you help a couple of small folk help find some friends?
and it's very open. This whole thing, like I said, it's communal, it's open. It doesn't take long before you hear the bark-like laugh of Jorn.
Jay, what is your passive awareness?
Is that a thing in this game? Because 13.
Perfect.
Yeah, it would just be your whatever your awareness defense is. I believe.
Okay.
Anticipation would be 13.
For record's sake, I rolled a 14, so I beat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know what that means. You can come back to me with later on that subject.
Well,
Yeah.
again, we'll circle back around.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that for sure. So yeah, it doesn't take long before you hear the bark-like laugh of Jorn, and you look over, and you see Jairus with his hands in the air, like he must have lost this hand or whatever. And
didn't get the card he wanted.
yeah. And you make your way over.
Oh, wait, hey, Klep, you wanna play a prank?
Klep's not with you.
Well, shit.
Klep did want to play a prank.
Fuck. Oh shit. I
That's what the
I
role is
waddle
for.
up very forlorn up to their table, like my hands in my hand, like, hey guys, how's it going?
Jordan sets his glass down. Just you.
It would seem. I thought I had him for a moment. Feels like he was just here, you know.
I hate it here.
Jers,
It was so close, you know. I almost brought him right back to you, but you know.
Jairus is relatively jovial. And
Demeanor.
Yes, relatively jovial smile and demeanor, and slightly scary. His smile kind of shrinks a little, and he goes, "So the kid didn't make it, huh?"
Yes and no.
I'm gonna need a bit more than a yes and no here.
Well, all right. I want to start off with something that I feel is very important, and I'm going to need a second opinion on. Do you think that it's bad if a unicorn's running around
All right, make an intelligence
free?
roll.
All right, let's do this. 17.
19, because I think it's bad.
4. Jairus doesn't know shit about unicorns. And
Again, me being one afraid of Fae, did you say unicorn?
yeah, I'm gonna tell you before you get too deep into this roleplay. I love how you like to how you're ready to grab onto it. But I will tell you that based on your role, you are not well versed in all of this, but you do know. You have
Bad.
heard bad stories about unicorns. That's all you've got. Not complete or full or enough to know fuck all about them, but just like
So,
hush words about unicorns in bad ways.
zooming out, in Mythcraft, they made unicorns fucking terrifying beasts. Is that's what they are here? That's
Oh yeah.
wild.
That's actually very common.
I not okay in like newer books. It's more common. Like I feel like it's a new
But,
thing.
and you've always had the unicorn versus the bicorn, and the bicorn is usually the bad one.
Yeah,
usually.
It's usually like another thing that's not really a unicorn. But yeah,
But
no, no,
this
no, still wild.
this flop on it's kind of, I'm here for this. But
Yeah, no, I'm all about it. But I was just checking because yeah,
Yeah. No, if you happen to look it up in the creature compendia,
I'm trying not to look anything up.
again,
So
not knowing anything about it other than it's extremely bad. My hand, the cards fall out of my hand, and I go, "Did you say unicorn?"
yeah, when I called out, that was what answered.
You see all of the fur on the nape and all the way up to the top of my head just stand up.
yeah, you just
thought it only fair that I let you know how it went down.
I'd say that based on your standing proclivity to be kind of freaked out by Fae, and hearing only not good, not necessarily like they're terrifying, but just like stuff.
The hushed whispers.
Yeah.
I feel like
don't rub you right.
yeah, your face kind of says it all. I've been struggling with it since I've been coming back. I feel like maybe we should tell everybody around here that there might be a problem. Warn them.
Well,
You want to tell people you summoned a unicorn?
Oh yeah, it'd be the right thing to do.
I don't know much about unicorns or fae in general, but I do know a thing or two about reputations, and I doubt you want to be the one known as someone who released what appears to be some fucking bad shit based on his reaction onto the road. It's just my 2 cents.
I mean, I have a reputation that I keep with myself, sir. So I don't know that I would feel okay not warning people.
I stand up fast enough to knock over the chair behind me.
Yep.
And I go, on what? On the corpse of our best friend. You will say nothing to anyone.
Oh, well, that would be hard to do because
That brings me to my second point.
yeah, that'd be a little hard to do actually. He's alive.
I do one of these. I'm like,
Hmm?
Yeah.
I thought it was just you.
When you say
God
that,
damn it, Klep.
when you say that, Jared starts looking around. He goes, he's like he doesn't even he cocks his head sideways and he starts looking around. And with a flat awareness roll of 18, 19, he goes, "Oh shit, there he is."
I never went into the bar.
Oh, you didn't go
Ooh,
to the bar?
okay.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that's why right when he said he entered, I had him roll the perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then with a flat 18, he doesn't see him.
Look, yeah, he's alive. I was hoping he's playing a trick, but it looks like the time for that is gone unless he's got real bad comedic timing.
Yeah.
But
Jarvis looks around and he goes, "Well, he's not in here. I'm pretty good at picking up people
Yeah.
who are trying
He-
to hide."
whatever he went through was pretty traumatic, and he hasn't really been himself since the whole trip here. I'm a little worried about him. I might need your help finding him. I don't know where he went because he was with me right before I came in.
Jarvis looks over at Jordan and goes, "Well, that's more your department, isn't it?"
At this point in time, I'll say I'm already basically at the door. I have moved.
Hold on, I've got to finish.
Yep. Oh man, I didn't even get to order one.
Don't want to be wasteful.
Get ourselves a walkabout. Do you guys sell walkabouts?
So, since you guys are going to be chasing me down all above table, I didn't go off to hide in an alleyway or something. I went to whatever I could find in that area that would resemble like a not a park because it's not like that,
Nope.
but anything that could get me just some kind of view, maybe even just back on the outskirts.
I mean,
Not hidden in the shadows. He's in the open. But
tell
he
me,
definitely wants to be alone.
Tell me where you think you would go, right? Would you just go back out the city, or would you go deeper into the city?
Into the city, deeper into.
Okay. I think the first instance you're gonna come across,
Like a communal fire pit kind of thing.
yeah, I mean, you
Not
might find
communal.
something. You might find
Well,
something.
when I say communal effect, it's like it's in like a centered area. There may not be people there, but it's it's just kind of a.
Yeah, if you found something like that, there'd probably be people around it. I think
It's true.
I think as you walk through the city, you come to the center. So the center, right? As I said, this is sort of a crescent-shaped city, and it's centered around this flesh pit. But you guys don't know it's around this flesh pit, so you just walk your way to the flesh pit, basically, which there are people moving in and out of. But it's the first open space as you've walked through the city. Everything is pretty put together around it because that's the whole point. This whole city is meant to sort of encircle this flesh pit. It is pretty closely knit everywhere near it. You know.
Okay.
So yeah,
I rolled a 17 plus 4 for awareness, by the way.
awareness using your nose.
Yes.
That puts you over 20. Yeah, I mean you catch a scent. This is a scent you're familiar with. it shouldn't be difficult for you, and that's you'd be any difficult DC.
And this is a question above board. Would I smell anything different about it? Would it smell odd
I
or
wouldn't
off?
think so.
That's just a question for future reference.
Yeah. I don't think that's something you could notice with your nose. No.
Okay, perfect. That's all. So yeah, it just smells like him.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like him. I mean, he's probably smells even more because he's like dirty and.
Oh no,
stained.
yeah, no, but it nothing quote unquote odd about it.
Not that you could pull out. I don't think.
No, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
And
And for one of the first times you guys have ever seen, I do an all four. I do an all four sprint. Like we're upright, but I go.
okay, you scamper as Klep has many times in the past. I think Jairus in the background just goes, "Run like a normal. It's not what you do."
Fucking my Brunei ass follows and scampers as well.
Jairus.
Oh shit! Oh shit! We're scampering.
Now you got a dog and fucking Smeagol coming after me.
Oh shit! We're scampering. Scamper on.
Jairus, who is already a bit behind as he had to finish all of the drinks that were there, is just like is like moving at a pace behind you with his
Like-
hands in the air. Like, what
like,
are you
what?
doing? Making weird offhanded comments almost exclusively to himself.
Scampering.
What the hell is happening?
We're scampering. Get the scamper. Come on.
People I decided to travel with.
Could be worse, but still.
You guys make your way to you make your way through the city, following your nose, and on the other side, you come to this flesh pit, and it is exactly what you would think it is. It's a weird pit of flesh, like it's what's described. It's all in the name.
That is
And one of you,
exactly what I imagined.
one of the two of you was prepared for this. The other was not, and neither was Klep when he got here. So I think Klep's just kind of like, he got to an open space, and I don't know how in the moment he is, but that's kind of weird, because it just goes from like sandy desert into this weird fleshy stuff.
Skin and muscle and all sorts of weirdness.
It's strange. It's just like a pit, but it doesn't like, it's not described. This is straight out the book. It is not described as having like teeth or anything. It's described as more like a flesh cavern than like, it's strange.
Hey, I hate all this.
Imagine the gross stuff on the walls and stuff everywhere in Dead Space. It's flesh that's just been kind of molded everywhere.
Hey, hate it.
Yeah. But tell me, Klep, what are you like when they get there? Like, what are you doing there when you get there even?
Klep sat down, and is kind of playing with something in his hand as they come up. And then, do you guys make yourself known?
I have to ask, did you notice the flesh pit?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking. You
Yeah.
could have gone the direction of being like, no, I was too out of it. So I just had to check.
It's
Yeah,
a giant
no, I noticed
hole in
it.
the ground. Of course, I noticed the flesh pit.
Ground butthole. So yes, as you approach, he's sitting there playing with something in his hands.
Yeah, I would try to talk to Jord, but Jord is way ahead of me on like in a full-on run. So
Especially since you can't scamper that well.
I can't run I don't think I can run as fast as you can. Like, straight
Hey,
up.
again, Jairus in the back. Why are we doing this?
So,
Yeah.
Jorn, since you're going to be the first person to arrive, do you announce yourself before you're on me?
I'm not like on top of you. I kind of like stop because I can tell something's off just by like seeing you sitting there.
Do you alert me of your presence?
I'm gonna
I'm go-
ask for you to make an intuiting roll, awareness intuiting.
Okay.
For Jorn, not for.
Oh, okay.
Not
Oh,
for-
I was gonna have him do it at a specific moment.
Yeah, I did try to prep him, saying that he's been through a lot. I don't know if that would aid or anything like that.
I'm just gonna
Tactical advantage. That's
You
the
could-
words
You know what?
we
He
use.
could take a tactical advantage for that. You tried to prep him. He wasn't listening great, but I'll give him a +1 to whatever this roll is.
Okay, so 15.
15. I'm gonna say just above board. That would be enough to beat whatever his will is or whatever in the first place.
Well, because I would
His
use
anticipation.
sleight of hand. That's why it's indicative of him announcing himself.
No, that's enough to beat your anticipation. As far as like, all I'm trying to do is gauge if you
Seeing you from a distance,
can-
Oh, okay.
like
Locked out.
telling
Okay.
something's weird, and I pull up, like, you know, before I'm that close, I kind of see that something's a little off, and I'm like,
Yes, I'd say with a 15, you can see you maybe not exactly, but you have some inclination that he's a little weird.
and from that distance, I would say, I don't know, 50, 60 feet, I'd be like, Klep, you know, loud enough for him to hear, but like,
Okay. Then
Loud, uproarious.
yeah, can you beat a 19 perception?
Yeah, make a perceiving. You cannot add your sense of smell to this.
Correct.
no.
Klep hurriedly shoves whatever he had in his hand in his pocket. And he turns around and he looks at you. Hey, Jordan.
Basically stunned enough where I can't, because I didn't believe him. First, I believed he was dead. Then I believed that they failed. Now that I know he's alive, I'm kind of like dumbstruck, just like that he's there. Like noticing something's off is kind of gone by the wayside at this point in time. The fact that he's there, I'm like, I'm like, I so badly want to be mad at you, but you're back, and that's all that matters.
Well, I don't know why you'd be mad at me. And Klep jumps up from his seat and runs up to him and kind of like nudges him in the thigh.
In a gruff chuckle, I go, starting shit that you can't finish.
Yeah. You know, I had him on the ropes, man.
And my shoulders kind of slump back into like normal, and I'm like, oh god,
Amazing.
don't tell me the spoon survived.
After drinking so many ales.
Uh,
Jairus catches up.
no, the
They lied, but I just
the spoon's a thing of the past.
I just don't feel
You okay, Jairus? You gonna puke? You know, if you puke a little bit, it'll probably just take the edge
a
off.
large belch comes out. Oh, there he is.
All right.
But yeah, you can see that Klep has gotten rid of his ladle.
No more spoon man.
I club Klep with my Tetsubo. That's not Klep! I was wrong!
You're not Klep. What did I bring back?
Klep had thrown it into the flesh pit.
Make a luck check.
Hit some man down below.
If I'm lucky.
Ow!
Fuck!
19
19's
plus
good enough, you
3.
won't hit me, buddy.
Who throws a spoon?
Honestly.
Who throws a spoon? Honestly.
Klep throws spoons.
He does throw spoons. This one he threw without actually meaning to hit somebody, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
So 22.
I do want to say, Gaul you should be running an intuit check
Sure.
on Klep because he is 100% being his old self.
Fucking 25, dude. Tell me
really good at
something
that.
I don't know. This is
Hey.
my thing, and I'm rolling hot today.
Klep genuinely seems almost like he's like nothing ever happened.
Does that feel a little off from my interaction with him over the course of the day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it is very weird to you specifically because you know it doesn't add up. But
Gall.
it doesn't feel fake.
Gall will remember this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's genuine, but it's off-putting because it's not what it was 5 minutes ago, quote unquote.
Exactly.
Such a
Yeah.
drastic shift, and I'm not gonna say shit about it. I'll just let it go. But Gall will remember this.
Yes.
Yeah, Jairus approaches and goes,
I kid you're alive.
Yeah. That guy almost got me. I mean, he got me.
No, he got you. Yeah.
But then the
You got the
unicorn
fuck
got
outta
me. Would you believe that a unicorn stabbed me through my chest?
You see, like, my whole body shivers at the word unicorn. And I'm like, can we not talk about the unicorn, please?
Based on what I've heard, I can believe it. Also, based on the way he's shaking his boots, that should be disturbing.
It's a
And
pretty big
Based
deal,
on
Jared.
By the
this,
whole-
I drank too fast. I'm slightly more buzzed than I was before. That's on-
And I can also tell by the massive hole that's in your shirt.
Yeah, and based on the fact that you've got a big hole in your shirt, I imagine something ran you through. And last time I remember, you were cut up, not run through. So,
Yeah,
I'm a master detective.
yeah, he, Unicorn's got a weird way of helping.
I shoot a look at you at the word unicorn. I'm like,
What? Hey, look, as upset as you are, I had to fucking chat with the thing, alright? So, like,
you might want to keep it down.
During this, Klep scampers off and starts scampering back towards the bar and says, "First round's
you
on
gotta be
me."
kidding me.
What do you mean, first rounds? Are you?
Exactly. That's the whole point. And also,
We've already had
mind you,
13 rounds.
mind you, Klep has also never bought anything around you guys.
With what
And he
kind?
goes and he buys a full round.
That's not Klep. That's not Klep.
Stop-
Gave up a spoon, he's
stop
gonna buy,
scampering.
he's buying
I
booze.
just had to put up with him.
On the way by, I look. Is there anybody who sells clothes on the way back to the inn?
I think it's probably not hard to find somebody, though. As the sun is setting, it would be a lot of people would be shutting down their shops. 'Cause
Luck check.
Not a lot are. Yeah, fuck it. That's the
Yeah.
right call. Roll a luck
12.
check. 12. Ooh. It's not a great luck check.
I mean, it's over 50.
Not a terrible luck.
It's not terrible. You know what I'll give you? I will give you yes, but it's only women's clothes.
Women's clothes tends to sell children's clothes, right?
He has a point.
Or smaller clothes.
He is very accurate.
I'll give you that,
Yeah,
but
I'm not even getting him a coat. I want to get him a shirt because the dude, everything he has is a hole through it right now. I want to get him a clean shirt.
It's got a
Yes,
little more.
it is.
It's got a little
Yes, it
more
is
frill than
pink.
he would want it to be, but it's a shirt.
Yeah, it's got a little lace and it's a little pink, but it's a good shirt.
it's a salmon.
Yeah.
It's not pink. It's lightish red.
You know, they have a name for lightish red. It's fucking pink.
Damn it, donut.
Yeah,
Oh man.
you find a person selling female femme clothes, and you're just like, it's good enough. And you buy something. These are desert clothes and desert fabrics. They're very They're almost sheer because it's better for it. They're also kind of layered and flowy in some ways, even for the men. But like this is
I get
more than
I get Klep a female like dashiki thing, or what do you call them? Not
Dashiki
dashiki.
goes on your head.
Yeah, not a dashiki. What is it? It's the
Tunic?
no. It's the
I'm gonna
I
let
don't
I'm
remember.
gonna let him
Hijab?
No, that's on your
hijab.
head.
Yeah.
It's again
Is it
for
just
your
the head?
That's again
Yeah.
for your head.
Well, his if I get a woman's hijab, it'll cover his whole body.
It'll be weird.
Tie this off.
Whole ass cloak, basically.
How much does it cost?
Yeah, they sell it to you. It's fine fabric, so they'll sell it to you for 5.
Okay.
All right.
And
So,
how
yeah,
much
when I
did
show
you
back
say
up-
the drinks were, Jeff?
Drinks for everybody, 2 apiece.
I show back up at
Yeah.
the tavern, and I find Klep with the drinks, and I say, "Hey, put this on, man. Your belly button showing."
Oh, thanks.
I look at him and go, "Is everything showing?"
Klep
Jairus
takes
looks at him
off
and
his-
goes. Jairus looks at him and goes, "He doesn't have a belly button."
Klep takes off his jacket, puts the shirt on, puts his jacket back on over it.
I look at the back. It's just a hole with pink fabric sticking out. I'm like,
Whatever. This works.
breathing room, I guess.
Jairus looks down at Klep and goes, "Tomorrow maybe we'll get you something that's a bit more your speed."
All right,
I think he's rather dapper.
I look at Klep, look at the drinks, look at all of us, and go, "Now time to get hammered."
Oh, actually, how much for the fine stuff?
What?
The fine
The
stuff to
good
drink.
shit.
Oh, you want to get the best stuff?
What could I get for 40 silver?
For 40 silver, I could bump your 4 drinks up to 5 silver apiece. She gives you some of the like very hard to make in this area stuff, and
Okay.
it's in relatively small glasses, but it's 1 delicious, 2 woo.
Okay, so essentially shots.
I wouldn't shoot this.
Nope.
It's good sipping tequila.
What'd they call
Per
this?
se.
Either way, yes, I do that
Moonshine?
for
That sounds
20.
lovely. That sounds refreshing.
I do that for 20.
I take a sniff and go, "Ooh." I look at Jairus.
Jairus, he's got, as described, he's kind of broad in some ways. He's got very broad shoulders and stuff, so he actually has pretty big hands. So in his hands, this cup is a little extra small looking, even though he's not super tall. It's just kind of got weird proportions. And he's like, "Oh."
Well, dip my horns in molasses and call me a Christmas tree. This is what'd they call this?
I look at both Jorn and I look at both Gall and
Both galls, yeah. Sure.
I look at both. I look at both Gall and Jairus, and I go, "This will put fur on your chest." I look down at Klep and go, "We've already got that covered."
Jairus looks at you and goes, "Is that what happened to you?"
Without skipping a beat, I go, "Maybe."
To our first adventure, and our good hero Klep, who has seen the other side. He's
Klep
gone
is
further than any
already
of us.
pounding his entire drink and
Well, shit.
throws it in the middle of that speech into a wall.
Oh shit.
Well,
Alright.
luckily enough, the walls are
Cheers.
fabric, so it just goes.
Well, I want to throw it
Doesn't
into
matter.
something that'll break it.
Okay, well,
Tent pole.
you intentionally look for something to break it against?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you intentionally look, then you wouldn't throw it against a wall. You would throw it against one of like the chairs or the tables or something like that. The walls.
Okay.
The walls have tent poles, and you'd have to be good to really hit one of those, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, maybe the bar itself, the counter itself. But
Yeah,
those are
I
your
throw it at the
options.
side of the bar.
Sure. She's still standing there and goes, and she looks at you with the most puzzled look, and she goes, "Is this what you do where you're from? Because where I'm from, that will cost you more money." And Jairus looks at her, and then looks at him, and then looks at her, and then he turns, and
I make eye contact with the party, just sort of.
and then he sits down and he sips his oasis tear, is what I've decided it's called.
An
Oasis.
oasis tier. That does sound lovely.
Here's a coin
I
for
look
the
I
empty
look
cup.
I look at the nice. I was gonna say I look at the nice elven lady and go, "How much was the cup?"
No, Klep had already flicked her silver coin and says, "Here's a coin for the empty cup."
You flick the coin.
Apologies for my friend. He's had a
You
rough
flick
day.
the coin. It lands on the ground. She's not going to catch your flicked coin. She's already relatively
fine.
insulted by you. She goes,
Absolutely.
"My hands are a acceptable place to put payment."
Gall, the only truly sober person at the moment, bends down to get the coin for her.
Yeah.
She puts her hand out.
I put it in her hand.
Is there any music or anything being played around?
Right. This is more of a conversation space, so no.
Okay.
It is meant to be communal conversation space.
My deepest apologies, ma'am. He did have a near-death experience during our travel, and he's taken it poorly.
Yes, those with short lives and poor choices usually go hand.
I'm just at this point. I'm just shaking my head, and I have gathered up chairs for us over by Jairus, and I'm like, all right, well, I need to drink. I need to drink now. Like I decompressed earlier, now I need to drink.
Klep does wander off and start trying to talk to other people.
Oh no! Oh no!
Sure.
He's that guy tonight.
Again, it's a communal space. It is intended to. You don't even have to wander.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, just like away from the group.
Yeah. You wander away from the group and you start talking to people, and people.
I look at Gall and I go,
He's got to work some shit out, you know. Let him do his thing.
so we will not speak of how he came back.
Well, look, people need to know at some point. Can we leave an anonymous letter or something?
I look at Jairus. I'm like, help me out here. I don't say it, but I kind of wave. I'm like,
Yeah, I know what they are too. People are in danger.
Jairus turns.
Anybody
to you.
traveling south.
Jairus turns to you, and the black pools that are his eyes kind of open slightly wider, and he goes, "Yeah, I could do anonymous." And then he goes back to sipping his drink,
yeah,
hoping he doesn't get too fucked up.
outvoted at this point in time. I'm like, all right.
The Fae are scary, but you seem to have a particular reaction to the hooved. Want to talk about that?
People with horns are okay.
Thank you.
Creatures with horns, not okay.
All right. Well,
I would say I toe that line pretty well. So
I look at you. I'm like, says the one who didn't scamper.
I mean,
I pointed at him.
it did talk like a person. I don't
Proper
know
distinction.
where you draw the line. It talked like a person. It dealt like a person. It
didn't
said
talk
something
like
to
a
Klep that
person.
I didn't hear.
It didn't talk like a person. It projected into our minds.
No, I
Well, it
talked to
spoke
him.
me.
No, I talked to
Yeah,
him.
it spoke to me.
It actually spoke to-
projected into your
Okay.
mind.
Yes.
Okay.
And the biggest distinction is between. How do I put this to perspective? It is a being from another plane. I consider most of us here demi-humans and humans and humanoids people and then there are creatures that aren't.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
That.
we're good. We get it.
And that's what I'm like, nope.
And again, as you finish explaining this, as Jorn, Jairus looks at you and goes, "Yes, as I said, toe the line."
I
I look at you again and I go, remember, I like you though.
I reached out across the realms, and no matter what answered back, it wasn't going to be the best. It might have looked like a person, but that would have been just as dangerous. So, honestly, as things go, I don't know. Maybe we can come back and deal with it later.
Jairus gives a solemn, buzzed-looking nod, and then he goes,
That's practically a contract right there. I'm gonna hold him legally bound.
Circle back around.
and, drunk and slightly sarcastic, if that can be conveyed in a nod, like, yes, back around.
Yeah,
sure.
Oh, you sure? Absolutely.
I go ahead and I write a letter to like leave with some constabulatory or some shit later. Warning that unicorn was seen. I do not tell people that we did it, even though I want to.
Jairus, we'll end with Jairus going, I think maybe the more important thing we talk about is what's up with that kid now. But I don't think that's the time. Now's the time, as I drink too many drinks. And I think the sleep is coming next. That's what I've got planned. And we'll sign off there. Ending the night as we will return to this wonderful story in 2 weeks' time. Not next Friday, but the Friday after next.
I lean over to Jorn. You have a marker?
I was actually going to say, the last thing you guys see is Klep drawing his blade.
Oh, God damn it.
Son of a bitch.
Hold on. All you see is the blade come out.
Hopefully it's to do tricks and not to stab somebody. Because if we're fighting again...
It's important to note that I have no magic. None.
Zero.
I'm empty as fuck.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Super empty. I will actually say that being that you did so much, I'm not going to make you wait the same amount of time, but I'll probably say that tomorrow you will also have no magic. Because I let you pull off something you should not have been able to do by me.
You were tapped out for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah.
I have the one drink and I pass out right next to Jairus.
Jairus doesn't pass out in his chair. That's silly. He's just
wherever he passes out, I'm with him, man.
Yeah.
One statue standing over wherever Jairus sleeps.
Fantastic. Really watching my back. So let's wrap this up. I hope that you guys out there enjoyed this. I know there was some kind of slow parts, and I hope you still enjoyed those. But to me,
don't worry,
Klep's
gonna give us action everywhere we go.
There's a lot of intrigue there. There's a lot of fun, and we're gonna definitely explore that more as we go on. This is the first official Off the Rails episode we just did today. We're off the rails of playing exactly what is built in Mythcraft already. Now the story is in my hands, and the adventures and the all of that stuff will be completely and entirely on me. And damn, man, now I have to prep more things. Anyways,
It's fine. We believe.
Thank you, all of you. We had a pretty active chat. We had a good amount of viewers. Thank all of you for showing up and watching and supporting. We really appreciate it. Once again, I'm Jeff, the MC, your Torchlit Touchmaster, your Torchlit Torchmaster, the man from Torchlit who does a lot of talking on this specific channel. And joining me, as per always, is Maverick SD.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am a washed-up has-been streamer. Very small. You wouldn't have heard of me. It's fine. Yeah, I played Jordan McBain and the wonderful and now quite quirky Hondu. He's got a problem with the Fae, especially extremely powerful Fae, because magic's cool. Magic with a cost like that is no. Don't like it.
I'm a Fae.
Mm.
We'll learn more about the things that scares Jorn.
Also,
next time.
on a bit of the meta part, the Fae knows both of your names.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely knows.
Not point out.
No, it knew mine
No.
too. It called me by name. It was kind of fucked up.
Specifically your last name, but still not good. Don't like it.
Have fun.
Not here for it.
That's
It's fine.
fun. We're just gonna have
It's
fun with that
It's
later,
fine.
maybe.
Fine.
We call that one a little hook for.
I
Jack.
can't wait to come back at,
Well,
at a higher level and
We'll circle back around.
because I absolutely will not forget that. That motherfucker does owe me.
Sure.
All right, fair enough.
Also joining me, a renewed Henry.
Hello, I'm Henry. I have been Klep this evening. Please do me a favor, if you guys are here, if you are still hanging out, put something in chat. Let us know how you're enjoying it. Let us know what we can work on.
Yeah, it gets a
Give
little
us-
quiet.
Give us some
Tell us.
feedback.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I
We're
love
in
hearing
the
back
middle
from
of an
people.
ad break, guys. So
Ah.
say that again when the ad break's over, because most of the people are probably not subscribers. We're 10
Probably not.
seconds out. Give it a second.
Okay.
Most people should subscribe.
Should.
Maybe that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Yes. Werewolf.
I'm making a werewolf bard named Like and Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Love it. All right.
Still off
Henry,
from the internet.
Let him know.
Don't look at me that way.
Yeah. Everyone, if you are still here, first off, thank you for showing up. I've been Klep today. If you could do us a huge favor, it would mean a lot if you guys would let us know how you're enjoying it in the chat, things we can work on, things that you want more of, things that you want less of. Just give us a little feedback so we can better entertain you guys, because that's why we do this.
Yeah, I don't have to stream this shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
You could take it off the air and I could say dirty words.
It's true.
Mhm.
We could just do this.
I like dirty words.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
It would still be exactly like this, but we wouldn't. be-
Drunker.
Probably drunker. All right, and finally, the Grandmaster of.
Yeah.
Grandpappy.
I called you Grandmaster this time. All right, now you got a title. The Grandmaster of Torchlit Tavern, Jameson Oxford.
Hey there. I'm Jameson Oxford, the Grand Master, apparently. I started a podcast. That's why he says that. If you like podcast, if you don't want to sit there and watch very little happening on screen, but you still want this sort of experience, we have a highly edited campaign 2. We've done a whole campaign. We're on campaign 2 of the podcast, what we call Black Powder, Torchlit Tavern Black Powder.
Black Powder.
Black Powder. Go check that out. We're on episode 36, and people who watch it really like that shit. So check it out. You can find us on any podcatcher, Spotify, YouTube, however you want to watch it. Go take a listen. You don't watch. There's nothing to watch. It's all audio. And I DM that. So go check that out. Jeff's player.
I am.
He likes that shit.
I do.
I torture him there.
I do.
He likes it. He gets off on it. And you could too.
Mm,
You could
when you're
too.
getting off on it.
You could too.
Yes,
could do it.
absolutely. Once again, we're Torchlit Tavern. We have a podcast. We've got this Twitch channel, and we've got more content for you than we know what to do with. We got all the social medias, the website, and even an email address if you want to send us an email, which you can find on the website, torchlittavern.com. And yeah, if you enjoy, if you have anything you want to say, hit us up and let us know.
And we just launched our LinkedIn account too.
Yeah, hire us for your next
Birthday
office
party.
meeting.
Office meeting. Yes, we'll come to your office meeting and turn it into tabletop role playing, I guess. I don't know.
A tragedy.
Sounds great.
We'll turn it into a tragedy.
Greek tragedy.
A Greek tragedy, which means it's a comedy. I think. I don't know. Anyway,
No, it does not. It means everybody dies.
it does to me. Anyways, as I said, I hope you enjoyed tonight. Please tune in next week, or not next week, week after next. Tune in next week on Wednesday for Wacko Mundo, another game I run, but in 5th edition. That's fun. It's also weird in different ways. There's less flesh pits. So if that's
100% less flesh pits.
yeah, if that's your thing, then stay here. But if it's not your thing, go there. You know, whatever floats your flesh pit.
I would love to chat with your friend who is involved in the making of this game and who at their little team was inspired to
flesh
make
pit?
a giant butthole in the desert.
No, there's an actual creepypasta. I said this earlier. There's an actual creepypasta about it
It was
existing.
Tony wanted the manhole.
The manhole.
God.
Manhole.
All right, yeah. Let's fucking. sign
People
off.
eat the
Everybody-
jerky from the butthole in the desert.
They do.
That's
true.
And it's
That's
good.
canon.
And it's
Very good.
Written that it's pretty good.
It's marinated.
So, anywho's, I'll leave you with this. Little peek behind the curtain for anybody who made it to the end is that the other Fae that he could have summoned was a Naga, and the Naga would have been very nice.
Really?
But he didn't. He didn't get the
Cool.
nice Naga. He got the mean unicorn. So that's fun.
It's an interesting take they did there, where the Naga is mean and the unicorn is bad. Interesting. Okay.
Until next time, when you got a drink in your hand and you got friends all around.